Why don't monsters eat ghosts?
I don't know.
Because they taste like sheet.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
Thanks, Agri Mick.
Jesus Christ.
Are you familiar with the definition of indefinitely?
No.
When your balls are smacking a rush, you're indefinitely.
Yes, great. Yes. Oh, fuck it. Let's go.
Good evening, Internet.
Welcome back to episode 86 of In the Doghouse. Coincidentally, the same amount of times that your mum's been folded in half since your dad left.
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Hey, yo. Oh, right then, Marlonis.
Admin, right, let's do admin first. Patrons, you're all certified scumbags. You've helped us so much with new equipment, software, new seating.
New seating.
We have new seating, Reg.
What are we saying about the new seating, guys? Are we happy?
Can we get a TripAdvisor on the new seating?
5.
Definitely 5.
Five. I'm fucking Phil's here lounging like he's proper.
Yeah, he's proper laid back.
It took me so long to find fucking bar stools with armrests and a back and like well cushioned, and I think I've done very well looking at fucking Phil's fucking laid back fucking holler back money ain't a thing here.
Right, merch is on the site. Buy it now, or I'll disclose your search history to your grandmother.
Hey yo!
So by this time, if we don't have hoodies in it, I'm gonna burn the fucking house down.
Yeah, we've ordered hoodies. We don't know where they are. All right, we're doing our best.
They should be here.
I don't know.
If they're not here, I quit.
3 weeks. They told us 3 weeks. It's been 5, 6 now. So 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. I don't fucking know. What does it matter if they're not? They might be here. They might not be. If they are, you'll know.
But yeah, check the website www.indoghouse.uk.
Yes, and as always, Marlon.
No, I haven't finished yet. Shut up. Right, I'm fucking off to America, so nothing's going to be shit from the 23rd to the 9th. Right, that's the 23rd of October to the 9th of November. Nothing will be shipped because I cannot trust Reg with it.
No, we had a little chat about that, and I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? No, just fuck it. No, doesn't mean you can't buy shit. Just won't be delivered for a hot. It won't be sent out for a hot minute. Yeah. So yeah, fuck it. All right, awesome. Marlon, I suck with numbers. Do you suck with numbers?
I hate numbers, mate.
I really don't like numbers.
My mental arithmetic is dog shit.
Do you know what I am really good at though?
Go on.
It's podcasting. I'm good at I like to think I'm pretty good at podcasting. I'm pretty good at what I do. I'm pretty good at buying shit Range Rovers.
You are.
So what you should
A-star.
what you should focus your time on is doing the stuff that you're good at, and not at the start. Not and get someone else to do the shit stuff that you're shit at.
That's it.
I.e., your accounts.
So
It's the delegation of labour.
Yeah, where are we going to go for our accounts, Reg?
You go to the sponsor of this fucking podcast, which is Orly Fox, the absolute legends over there. Kieran and the team will look after you, your tax needs, your accounting needs, all of the good shit like that. So if you're on the lookout for a good accountant and one that you can go to the pub with and one that isn't going to charge you fucking £30 for every time you respond to an email,
It's fucking ridiculous.
like most of them out there, you know, you've heard Kieran, he's a fucking legend. He can sort you out. You know, he's just a genuine down-to-earth guy who's just, you know, trying to do right by everyone. And he's
normal scumbag like us.
Exactly. And he is offering listeners of this podcast 15% off your current accountancy fees, the old inflation busting deal of the century. So head on over to there to www.orlyfox.co.uk. Check them out on their socials at orlyfox. If you could skim them a fucking follow on Facebook and Instagram, we'd hugely appreciate that. So yeah, get on over there and sort yourselves out with some decent accountants. So thank you very much, Orly Fox, for sponsoring this episode.
And always fucking link in bio.
The link's in the bio, the link's in the fucking everywhere. You can find it in the episode description. Oosh, let's fucking go!
Right, Reg, we're going to need some fucking subtitles for tonight.
Yes, we are, because we are joined by our guests who's returned.
Mr. Chris Bradford himself.
Hello.
Hello. How are you, sir?
Not too bad. How's
Good.
it going yourselves?
Yeah.
Thanks for having me back.
Nah,
It's
it's
nice
all right.
to be here.
Yeah, thanks for coming back, man. Appreciate it. How was the flight?
It wasn't too bad now, to be fair.
Is there a charge to sit down on Ryanair?
No. I flew EasyJet.
Did you be fucked? There are actually other firms that operate out of wherever the fuck you flew out of.
Yeah. Belfast.
Belfastistan.
Yeah, Belfast. That's it. Yeah. Just put it down as travelling expenses, you know. Ask your man, Orly Fox.
Yeah, he knows the fucking score.
Might here to do a few deals before Halloween, you know, get the fireworks sold.
fuck's sake.
Did you bring any over with you?
Not on the plane.
No,
I'm not
fuck's
irresponsible.
And we're also joined by the one, the only, Mr. Phil Barton.
Hi.
How are you? All right?
Tip top, thank you very much.
Yeah, how was the drive down here, Phil?
Horrendous. Fucking horrendous.
There's a moment I picked him up, he was like, you won't fucking believe it. I left Grimsby at 12:30. Fucking 12:30. And I picked him up at what, like just gone 8 or something?
Yeah, just after 7:30ish.
7:15ish, quarter to 8.
You should have got a plane.
Yeah, it'd been quicker.
We're not quite in the chartered plane territory yet.
Not quite. Right, should we just fire straight into the guest questions, Marlon?
Get on then. Right. Phil,
Yes.
go to drink.
Good question. Guinness. If I'm in Ireland, Guinness. Proper Guinness. With blackcurrant. So, yeah. Just kills it.
Guinness and Black.
Guinness and black.
A man of culture in our midst.
But, Bacardi and Coke. Bacardi and Coke.
It's gone kind of, that's a bit of a weird mix. I'm not really a Bacardi and Coke man.
But, again, truck shows, Jupiler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been
Jupiler.
kind enough to bring us a fucking crate
Jupiler.
over. Either that, you've just brought it round for us to have a couple and take the rest on with you. I don't know. I know you tight lot are like up there.
He wants the lids back.
Actually, you get some money back on the bottles. So when
Do
you've
you
done it
actually?
back,
Yeah.
just bring the crate back and I'll get some money back. Thank
You be
very much.
having that crate slung up on the top of the fucking rig. I know.
No, that's my crate now.
I'll get him there. For fuck's sake.
I love a good crate.
All right then. What's your favourite category on Pornhub then, Phil?
Fake taxi.
Yeah.
That
And-
seems to be quite popular.
Yeah.
isn't it?
And a bit of MILF. British MILF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
British MILF.
I'm on that hype as well. Yeah.
British MILF.
My tastes are changing as I'm getting older. As I say, I'm a man of porn culture. I'm partial of British MILF. There's somewhere between the Latinas and them. I don't know. There's that American one, Dee Williams. You seen her?
No.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Something about her. I don't know. You look it up. People, if you know I'm talking about, tag it in the Instagram story. You know what I'm fucking saying.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Right. Most mental thing to happen on a night out.
When I went on a stag do to Amsterdam.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
my
Yeah.
God.
It was actually my sister's husband. So it'd be like brother-in-law. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Fucking, it was crazy. It was crazy. So, Amsterdam, you got to do what you do in Amsterdam, haven't you?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. And yes, I did. But literally,
Baby, he's
It
a
was like-
window shopper.
literally, back in the day when younger, in and out, 5 minutes, bosh. But the bastards on the boat, on the way back home, they got the DJ to play Only Takes a Minute Girl by Take That. Fuck's sake. That was But laugh was on me because I put a £1 coin in the bandit and dropped 250 quid to pay for the weekend.
Fuck.
Get on.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's so many mental nights out. I can't really say. There's loads. There's loads.
Okay, so you're big into the truck scene over in the over on the continent, aren't you? So I gather that's quite carnage over there, isn't it?
It can be, yeah. Yeah, it can be.
Oh, so you're like somebody this year. It must have been this year. Yeah, it was this year. So, took a fucking flatbed Scania with a load of fucking eel tanks on the back or something to some show. Do you see that?
The orange one.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
quite
That's
the
been
white.
about for a few years.
And
yeah,
they all
yeah.
fucking sit in them like they're like individual jacuzzis.
Yeah, the eels out in them. No.
I mean, I've seen some fucked up Japanese porn. But
They do that with ACBs. They cut the top of the ACBs as well, and then you'll also get them sealing up the back doors of the tippers and turn the tippers into swimming pools.
Really?
Or they'll have a
And put
Yeah,
the tippers up in the air like slides. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I've
the-
heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Queen Bee. That was really fun.
Oh yeah. I was the last thing I remember from the truck show. He was in the back of her, Queen Bee's tipper having a piss. And Queen Bee just starts the fucking rig up, so I was tipping the cunt up. Marlon loves the old yellow water slide.
Fucking nearly fell on my ass, mate. That was near the end of me. Never mind you.
Oh dear. So, all right, Chris, how's your week been, mate? All right.
I've just been flat out gathering potatoes, you know.
Oh yeah, right. I just want to make something clear to the fucking listeners, right? This is fucking madness, and I won't stand for it. Last time Chris come on, of course, Irish, I make potato jokes. It's what I do. I've just I equally offend everyone. And Chris literally turns up. Marlon goes, all right, Shag goes, all right, Marlon. Chris just walks straight past me, looks at me, goes, all right, Reg, and just drops off a fucking 25 kilo sack of potatoes on the fucking bin. There for you. I was like, for fuck's sake. So I got his fucking 25 kilo sack of potatoes sat here.
My friends, an outrage.
I'm going to plant the cunts. That's what I'm going to do. If I was going to come back, I'll have turned the whole garden over like times as hard. At least I know what the cunts are too. Unlike you cunts.
Well, that's where I moved back to find them all.
Yeah, so apart from the potatoes.
Yeah, just busy. Had quite a few trailers up for MOT, one of the units up for MOT. Another man started. Just been very, very busy, to be fair, and thankfully, and can't complain about that, really.
Yeah. Any trucks on order at the moment, then, Chris?
Yeah, it's been on order for a while.
Yeah. Join the club. Not trucks, but, you know.
Yeah, so...
Reg, no one cares about your fucking Land Rovers.
It's not a Land Rover, Marlon.
Are you sure?
Yeah, fucking... I don't know why everyone's got this impression I've got like 40, 50 grand knocking around for a new Defender. Absolutely not. I'm not that mad. But, yeah.
Yeah, no, it'll be the middle of next year before that comes.
Really?
So, yeah, I'm not really rushing it, to be fair, either. I sort of just put it at the back of my mind.
It come when it come, like.
Yeah, so, and then when it does come, I'm not going to rush it out. So,
No?
Yeah, just see how long it actually does come. The end of the time you get your accessories done and your bits and bobs done, it could come on to the end of the year. And the trucks that I have are running okay at the minute. So why register that close to the end of the year? Just let it sit the start of 24 or something, you know?
So you get a choice when you register it.
Yeah, it just...
kind of yes and no, but the like I say, I've had issues with any dealers the last time. But
Really? You haven't
no.
told me about
Would you like me to tell you the story? No, so
and
but
don't you cut this out, Reg?
Yeah.
He's a cunt.
and you know what? Like what am I 6-7 weeks on? You'll never guess what. He's still a cunt. But no,
It's probably don't have fucking Scan the UK get on to me and be like, excuse me.
No, so the Volvo dealers are very good, so they'll work with me to
Sort it out.
Yeah. They're pretty good that way.
That's cool.
I'll tell you what, mate, make you laugh. My old man's got a new vehicle on order, and it's coming. They've told him that it's going to be delivered on December the 28th. They're going to take delivery of it. He's like, I ain't fucking having it till the 1st. Oh no, manager wants him out the door. Manager wants him out the door. Old man said, well, you can fucking keep the shit then. Well, because they want to get their sales done. He said, I'll pay for the fucker. He said, I'll turn up and pay for it. He said, you've not on to it till the fucking 1st.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh no, because they want to get fucking it on the books this
End of
year.
year sales.
In
that quarter.
Yeah, you've got it. They don't want them in January. He said, I can keep the shit then. I don't give a fuck. I'll go over the road and buy a fucking Land Cruiser. I don't fucking care.
Be more reliable.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a disease, isn't it?
Yes, I must agree.
like an illness.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
There's no cure.
I don't know. By the time this comes out, I probably will go and get my new works truck. We'll see. Might snap the crank by the time I got it. By the time this comes
Bing
out.
bong.
Let's go. How's your week been, Phil? All right? Flat out?
Yeah, same as Chris. MOT on Monday for my truck. I always shit myself with that because I'm a white steering wheel and deep sun visor and low seat bases. And
do you get what's the deal? What's the deal with all that stuff? Then I mean, you ain't got to fucking incriminate yourself here, but
if we take,
I don't fucking get it.
If we take the steering wheel out of a car and put like a 3-spoke in it, that's a fail.
Yeah, but then again, I suspect it's the same in the truck game where you got lenient testers, or
because I found out that it's not illegal to have a airbag in a truck.
It's not.
There's plenty of trucks out there that have airbags. Like Renaults that have airbags.
The Volvo are dead set on safety.
Oh yeah,
they always
with the cars.
Right?
Yeah.
So because of the parts and the struggle to get the parts, when I ordered the truck, they actually asked me what I could do without. And the salesman actually said to me, are you going to do that the same as you did with your black lorry? And I says, am I? Well, he says, that's great because that's one thing we don't have to put in. So mine will legally come spec with no airbag in the steering wheel.
Oh, really?
So it can never be a fail.
Oh, I see. Oh, same as like a car, if seatbelts were never fitted in the back, it doesn't need them.
Yeah, but that's like 80s shit. You can't order a car without a fucking airbag now.
The only thing that worries me about mine is I've changed the characteristics of the vehicle. So when it's been type approved, it came with an airbag. So
right.
they could But there's no airbag light on the dash because I put a resistor in.
But
Yeah,
fucking
allegedly.
fuse in there.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah.
No. Well, see, to be fair, I've quite a few friends, and over here it's done quite different. Over at home, it's an actual official
That's
testing building. It's not done like it is out
Oh,
here.
you don't get it done in the Scania dealership, like
No. So
Do
it's
you
an
not know how it
official-
works?
what? Truck MOTs?
No, like normal MOTs over in Ireland.
It's very different in the north, and a lot of my friends actually work in the MOT centre.
You actually have to take it to a special government
specific
place.
Yeah.
building.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck that noise.
So the like I have stuff that was on like test dates booked for months. You know, even the Duchess put her car in there, and the earliest date we could get was January.
What?
Yeah.
Why no fucking good if the cunt runs out? What are you going to do? Water push it?
No, but it's if they before when you could get a date quickly and you got stopped without one is a criminal offence. But now because they physically can't do it, it's just like get a date, get your car ready, and drive on. So
Okay.
we're allowed. But the thing about it is because I know so many guys over there, I'll just say to them, look, what can I get away with? So out here, yeah, you'll have to take, maybe a visor off, tape up all your lights, do all this here. And honestly, I just rock up the MOT centre and they're like, oh, it's Chris. There's no point in fucking filling him for it because he's only going to put it back on whenever he gets out of the fucking test centre here. Just crack on,
Well,
right?
it's like on this point of test, isn't it? That's what they say.
Yeah.
Everything's point of test.
Yeah.
So it's like, doesn't matter what you do before or after. It's when it's tested. You can literally go fit the fucking, put the lights back on or whatever in the car park. And they don't care. They've done their bit.
What annoys me is like, you look at my truck and it wants for nothing. Decent tyres on it, decent parts on it.
Maintain the death. Sure, you couldn't even. Sure, you couldn't even come the last piss up. You can't because you're at the fucking maintenance.
Yeah.
But surely a tester must see that and think, well, this guy looks after it. So what? It's got a fucking white steering wheel. So what? It's got orange lights on it. Orange lights not going to kill anybody, are they really?
No.
You know what I mean? But I do change the 4 out to marker lights back to white.
That's a type approval thing.
Yeah.
That
When you
has
say
to be done.
marker lights, what's that? Your edge corner lights?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So they've got to be changed to white, but all the ones down the side and everything else
All
is
your
still orange.
DRLs are all orange as well, I expect.
They
aren't
are, but
yeah.
I changed to white, then changed back again.
Oh, I see.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Yeah, everything's allegedly. We need to put a blanket allegedly at the start of every podcast. This is all stories. Yeah, so other than MOTs and shit, been all right?
Yeah, just on 3 days this week.
Yeah.
Daily day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
Yeah, just 3 days.
So is it?
Man of leisure here.
Yeah.
What's it like at the top of that ivory tower?
I don't know, you tell me.
He called me a Tory cunt for having a cleaner.
You are.
It's my mother-in-law. Don't get it twisted. I pay her less.
When's she coming around to mine?
What?
Not a clean.
Shank all day.
What did you just say? What did you just say about my mother-in-law? We're to have this madness in my bar. Put that crossbow down. Oh, for fuck's sake.
For fuck's sake, let me have a play.
All right, Daryl.
I feel right at home here.
Oh my god. I'll go get the fucking sawn off in a minute, then you'll feel at home.
We don't have a sawn off. Shut the fuck up.
The barrel on that's far too long, for fuck's sake.
There's no gun in here. If you're lifting firearms officers,
There's only potatoes and beer.
there's potatoes and beer, that's all.
Potato.
Marlanis, how has your week been?
It's been a fucking week, mate. I tell you that. It's been interesting. We've had a lot of ups and a lot of downs.
Go on, what were the ups?
Ups, the Clio's gone.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, good. Because you were on about not selling it. Did you buy any car to come?
We buyed any car up.
Well, that's fair enough, because you said you had synchro issues with the gearbox.
Oh, mate, it lost full synchro on the way there.
Oh.
Gone completely.
And it was just grinding.
Yeah.
What do you do? Drive around the car park and that's
No.
it?
Started it up, revved it, looked round it, done.
Fucking it. It was Easton's back. They were just banging the cunt straight in auction, weren't they?
Yeah, they go to BCA in Avonmouth.
Fuck me, I'll say the fucking, I see that lorry on the 37 every morning. I'll probably see it. Marlon's Clio! Heading for Thomas's scrapyard.
Yeah, but literally, it was so easy. I booked it in online and I said, like, there's fuck all service history, really, because I don't stamp anything. It has had a belt and shit. Couple of scratches here and there. Steering wheel's wanked. So that's fine. Like, we'll offer you 3.
Ooh.
So there's been one on eBay for $3,000. It's been there for 2.5, 3 months.
Oh, fuck that. Just we buy any car.
By the time I put a gearbox in it,
yeah, I'm not being funny.
tidy
'cause
everything up, it ain't worth a wank, is it? Like,
Even
it's
if,
not
like-
worth the money I'm putting into it and the time.
Even if the fourth synchro hadn't gone, because you said third and fourth was a bit fucking dodge, Like, you wouldn't have felt, I'm not a fucking cunt. I couldn't sell a car like that to someone.
I say it.
You know, nah, fuck that. I got, I mean, you know, everyone hides a little bit and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Everyone does it, but you've got, like, imagine if some kind of fucking poor young and bought that.
That's it. You're 600 quid into a box rebuild on one of those.
That's not too bad price wise, but it's not right, is it? So no, I can understand that.
So
how's the how's selling the bike on Facebook Marketplace?
Fuck my fucking life.
I don't think the episode's come out yet. Marlon's selling a bike on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, I think it has, yeah.
Right. I'm just going to go to some messages here.
Oh, you actually going to read them out?
Yeah. Let me
on.
just find them a minute.
We were, while he's finding that, we were chatting this week. So I'm selling a black Range Rover. I hope it might even be sold by the time it comes out. Who knows?
Nobody's going to buy it.
Yeah, they will.
Was it petrol?
Pardon?
Petrol?
Yeah.
Oh, you can keep that.
Oh, fuck, you know, I thought I had a buyer there.
If it had been fucking diesel, I would have, yeah.
Oh, 4.2.
Genuinely?
4.2 supercharged. She's fucking fit to boogie.
No, I need to suck it out of the tank for fuck's sake.
These cunts.
Petroleum, that's the devil's juice.
And I said to Marlo, I'm going to put it up on everything. I said, I'll do it. eBay, Facebook, fucking Auto Trader. He said, don't put it on eBay and fucking Facebook. It's just bullshit. You're just getting messers. And I was like, yeah, but think of the podcast content. Think of the stories. What I can get is get you to advertise it. That's what we do. You advertise it, and then you can come in here and tell me all the people and what they've offered me.
That's fine, mate.
Let's do it. And you can imagine if it sells.
So I had this one from Mark.
Right.
Is this still available? 500. I said, yes, it's still available. 500, question mark. Would you take £500 for the bike?
And what's it up for?
1,300 quid.
Did you drop it?
No.
No? That's always been 1,300.
Yeah.
Did you take 500 quid for it?
I said, and this is why I hate selling things on Facebook. I'd rather push the cunt out into the road and set fire to it. Please stop wasting people's time.
Did he block you?
No response. No response. The next one. Right. What's the lowest you'd go, mate?
Oh.
As I have to hire and sort a van and drive from Cornwall. I was like, well, anything lower than 2 miles an hour and you'd fall over, and I don't care that you have to sort a van.
I'm sorry, mate.
It's not my problem.
Yeah, on the list of things, it's not my problem. Dickhead.
Never replied.
If he'd have listened to last month's podcast, he could have got the sponsor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I tell you what. Yeah, exactly. If you should... when people just link
at the auto mover.
yeah, and then link them to the doghouse.
Right, and the next one, I'll have it off you on the 22nd.
All right, cool.
That's fantastic, mate. Right, it was the 4th at this point. Why would I don't give a? Why would you send somebody that?
I'll have it. Okay, what for full asking price? I'm not holding it, mate.
No, I
if it's
said
still here.
If I've still got it, you're welcome to it. If I haven't got it, you're out of luck.
Are you eating?
No.
Oh right, I thought you were like eating some crisps. I was like, no.
Have you got any?
Yes, but not now.
Yeah, fucking Facebook. I'm so close to just deleting Facebook completely because it's full of fucking spastics and retards. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, it blows my mind. Why? Like, the bike's up for 1,300 quid. Don't offer 500 quid because I will tell you to fuck off.
I don't understand the mindset.
It's full of messers and dribblers, mate.
Oh, well, you know, you chose to advertise it on there, man.
It was easy. The thing is, eBay want like 20 quid and...
Eating into your profits, Marlon.
That's it.
Oh, can't have that.
And the thing is, I don't really want to sell it.
Oh, it's just one of those like sort of token things you're doing for the missus. Oh, I'll put it up on there. Like you told me to put mine up for 12 grand. I was like, no one's going to bite. And you were like, yeah, you might be able to keep it.
That's it. List it higher.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see.
And then I've just been sorting the America tour out, which is banging. I booked the first restaurants and that.
Oh, fuck. You've booked restaurants?
Yeah.
What?
Because I know these places, like certain places, like sell out of tables, like real quick.
Oh, right.
So I booked the crab station.
The crab station.
Yeah, Beth hates seafood.
Why are you so mean?
Because I want to go to the crab station.
It's her holiday too.
Yeah. I want to go to the crab station. It's my holiday as well.
What does the crab station sell, Marlon?
Everything. Crab, crustaceans, shrimp.
Shrimp.
A lot of shrimp. The crab look awesome. So like, and it's literally round the corner from our first hotel.
That's all right.
So got to be done.
Sounds like a her house in Amsterdam.
The crab station.
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Hey, yo.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it, mate. Reg, how's your fucking week then, mate?
mate, it's been all right. Yeah, not too much going on. I was,
Any horses this week?
no, I've done with horses actually. I've done with horses.
So you've quit your business already?
Yeah,
That was a poor model.
We've already folded. Should have put floor in a horse box. Fucker fell through. Good break, so. Thank God the cunt had shoes on him, had legs left. Yeah, no, the horse business folded as quickly as it started. But no, I've had a bit of a funny one the other day. I don't know if everyone on the podcast, I'm sure, remembers. I had cunty neighbours quite a while ago. They lived directly behind there, right? They did. They've gone now. I have new neighbours. They're very nice. I haven't met them. I should go around and drop a credit beer off.
How do you know they're very nice?
Oh, because they haven't complained, and that's all I want from my neighbours. And
Roger that.
they don't part like cunts. And they keep quiet, and I don't hear them screaming at their children. And yeah, they're just, they keep themselves, and that's all that matters. So they haven't complained. So as far as I'm concerned, they're good fucking people.
Yeah, definitely.
But I was leaving work the other day, and I pulled up this junction, and it was like I'm right down the middle of fucking nowhere. And I see this fucking car coming up, and I'm like, that's a silver Volvo XC90. I was like, you don't see many of those about, like the new, like brand, brand.
New, like nice and curvy one.
Yeah, the old fucking Swedish slab rolling down the fucking, rolling down the way there. And I looked at the number plate and I thought, no, fuck off. Fuck off. My old neighbour. I was like, I looked at her and just give her a little fucking, like the finger creep wave like that. And she looked at me like her husband a fucking quarter balls deep in someone else. And oh my fucking God. I was like, right. I know where you live now. You don't live too far from my work. So what I've been doing is every morning I drive to work, which is quite early. I'm sure she misses it, which is the main thing. I think she misses it. So I thought I'd give her a little revival tour of the P38. So I don't know if I've mentioned it before. The Viscus is continuously on the P38, so it sounds like a fucking hovercraft or a Harrier taking off. So about 6:30 every fucking morning. I've been driving past her house.
Just a little detour, like.
I bet she's here sat in that house like, how has he found us? Couldn't believe it. Lives in the village down the road from my work. I was like, oh, boo, you are. It's slightly out the way, but not out the way enough that I'll get up a bit earlier in the morning just to do it.
Oh, mate.
And I make sure I like fucking put the foot, go right in a kick down as I go past. Like,
Jesus Christ.
just loud enough to trigger her child. So yeah. You fuck with my life, I'll fuck with yours. Hey, well, aside from that, I've never met the bloke that lived behind her, but I met him the other day. We got chatting, and he said, where'd you live? I said, I live down there. He said, oh, you're the one with the noisy fucking parties. I was like, oh, fuck off, mate. It was 2 years ago. Give it a fucking rest. He said, I'm only messing. And and he goes, oh yeah, we're behind. Yeah, she said that she fucking sent her husband down there and told you left from right. I was like, fuck off, you big stupid cunt. I was like, did she fuck? I said, I wouldn't even know what her husband looked like but pass a cunt in the street. Oh, well, she told me that he'd been down there and sorted you lot right out and he threatened you with this, that, and the other. I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never met him. She is just full of fucking bullshit. Thing is, I think I'd be that bitter if like my husband was off doing fucking private military shit out in the fucking Middle East like 6 weeks out of fucking 7 every year. And yeah, I don't know.
You sound frustrated.
What she needs is a good affair. What she needs is a good affair. That's what she needs. But
a good fucking.
Well, she must be Catholic or something. She's got 5 fucking kids. She ain't got time for it. So I don't fucking know. I was just madness. But yeah, I'm fucking going on holiday, obviously in March, same as Marlon, going to America. So I thought, right, I'll apply for a travel credit card, right? Because I was like, I took heed from what some people told me after the last podcast. I was like, I don't fucking know, cunt, nothing, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, well, going on holiday, makes sense to get a credit card, put it all on the card. When I get back, pay the fucking whole lot off.
That's it.
So I ain't got to work.
It's an extra layer of security.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. There's like fuck all like fees for taking money out abroad, and you got all the security, like you say.
That's
if you rent a car,
it's their money.
That's
not
it.
yours.
If you rent a car and it all goes wrong, they'll sort it out. Whatever. So I look sweet. Plus, me and her can put everything on the card when we come back, split it in half, job done. Instead of I'll get this, you get that kind of thing. Nah, fuck that. So I went to like look online, had a little comparison site bullshit. Thought I'll have a look, see what the best fucking credit cards are for like travel. So Barclay card come up like number 1, so I applied for that. No, check my eligibility first.
Decline.
Well, I thought, well, that's what I thought. I thought like, oh, I got a decent credit history. Never heard no cunt nothing. And
That's probably the
That's
problem.
a bad thing.
well, yeah, it turns out, fucking hell, you know what it said? Out of 100, you have a 0% chance of being accepted. But it's credit card.
Wow.
I was like, motherfucker. Thought, fuck this. Must be a glitch or something. Oh, fuck it. I'll try somewhere else. I went with 118 money. Apparently, they were a good one to go with. I was like, tap that in, did me eligibility. You have a 7 out of 100 chance of being accepted.
Wow.
I was like, you know what, fuck this. I banked with NatWest, so I thought, fuck it. I'll go with them cunts. I'll fucking put it in there. Did all the shit, and it was like, yeah, I reckon you can be accepted. Assumed credit limit of fucking 1,200 quid. I was like, I need a bit more than that, but we'll deal with that later on. Tapped it all in, bloody fucking blah, 0 fucking transaction-y, bloody whatever fucking bullshit it was. At this point, I was like, just give me a fucking credit card so I can sort this shit out. Apply for it, no worries. Sweet, you've been okayed. Great. Fucking thanks, NatWest. Legends. Card come in the post. Sweet, yeah, whatever. Love a bit of paper come with a PIN number on it, a load of fucking bump. She goes to me, she really has paid for it. I said, no, why? He said, you haven't fucking looked all the numbers on there. I said, what the fucking interest you charge? She said, no, it's not the interest. To give you a credit limit of $6,000. I was like, fucking don't tell me that! Don't tell me that! Let's go! We're balling out in Florida! I'll be down there with Trump in fucking Key Largo. Aruba, Jamaica, Trump, I wanna take you.
I've literally nearly been through the same rigmarole.
It's fucking hard
So-
work, mate.
I've banked with Santander since I was about 16. Right, I've always had me debit card,
Yeah.
current account. Got my credit card when I bought my house at 23, so 7 years ago. A couple of months ago, I said, can we bump the credit limit up? Because
Yeah.
I'm going to America. Like, I want to put the car on it. And obviously, I need some other shit.
Oh, yours don't go up automatically.
No.
I've had another.
I had
another.
a 1,600 quid credit limit on it. And I was like, I'm not being funny. That's not worth a wank anymore.
No.
I said, you need to sort this out.
Yeah.
And just, I'd like $2,000. Bang out $2,000 because the car's going to be $1,000 and then I got $1,000 to play with. We can't do that because we're responsible lenders.
What?
And I was like, there's money in my account and when have I ever been late or owed you anything? And she was like, well, never. I was like, right. So I tell you what, shut my credit card down. I'll fuck off elsewhere. Went to Tesco.
Yeah.
$6,500 straight off the back.
Yeah.
Got the card through $9,000.
Whoa. Fucking hell.
What?
Kill Marlon.
What?
I honestly, I don't get it. Mate.
What?
I don't.
1,600 quid. That's it.
I don't,
Why
fucking,
did Tesco's want to give me $9,000?
I got another one with NatWest. I fucking don't use, but it doesn't. It's a different card, so I couldn't really use it abroad. It would charge me a fortune. They put the credit limit up every year. That one is $6,500. And I was like, this is madness. This is madness.
That's it. I've had that credit card for 7 fucking years.
Who'd you say it was with?
Santander.
Oh, fuck those cunts.
Yeah. Fucking manana bastards.
That was pretty much it, mate. Just fucking seeing my old neighbour and fucking getting an enormous credit limit, which is just fucking madness. Yeah.
People can get into serious debt through that, you know, if they're not responsible too. But even my credit cards, I'm alright to use them basically to build a credit rating, but also security when you're buying stuff online or buying stuff because you can. What is it? If anything doesn't turn up or something's not right, with Section 21,
they'll just charge it back. Yeah.
So you can sort of there's a bit security there when you're buying stuff.
That's the whole idea.
So and it was actually one of the things that helped me when I went to like get another mortgage there, and no credit history's as bad as
you fucking cash ban.
That was true with me. That was exactly true with me when I got divorced because everything was in her name. And no credit cards. I've company credit cards, but not personal ones.
Yeah.
I've been a nobody for 12 years.
Yeah.
So
that's
you were
it.
trying to apply for, well, where have you been for 12 years? Well, ex-wife, mortgage in their name, gas, electricity in their name.
Oh,
I used to pay her £600 a month, like a rent. I'm a nobody.
Yeah, and then
that's it.
People say, "Can you give me a utility bill or something like that?"
No,
And I'm
because it's like my name.
Yeah, same here.
It's in her name.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the way it was. Yeah,
They played the game. She played the game.
yeah.
They all do. Snakes with tits, that's what they are. Snakes with tits.
not snakes with tracksuits. Oh,
Right, Phil. It's been a long time fucking coming trying to get you nailed down to a date. Because you're mainly at truck shows not working.
Buying orange lights.
Right. How did you start?
Like most people, my dad was a driver. Used to bunk off school, go with him every holiday, every weekends, just knocked around like that. Then he died at 46 when I was 14-year-old.
Oh, man.
So he had a good friend. I used to go with him quite a bit and just end up being a mechanic. Because back in the day, you couldn't take your test till you were 21.
Right.
So I ended up being a bit of a mechanic. 21-year-old. I used to go with a guy who I'm still friends with, a guy called Dave Jones. He's only got one arm, believe it or not. Still drives a truck.
No.
Proper inspiration. Proper nice guy. Chris, you've heard me talk about him, haven't you?
Yeah.
And so when I was like 19, I used to go with him a bit. Yeah, you have a drive. So like 19-year-old, I'm off to bed. You have a drive. Fucking hell. Yeah.
That was it.
That was
That's
it
how
back
you
in the
learn.
day, back in
Yeah.
88, 89. That's like, it was like, you have a drive. So I ended up taking lessons, like about 5, 6, 7 lessons just to brush up on it.
Yeah.
Took my tests 6 weeks after my 21st birthday, passed, job straight away. Working for a bloke called Ian Craig. And then Dave had his motorbike accident, and that's how he lost his arm. And I gave up working for Ian to go drive Dave's truck for him. And it's just progressed from there, And that's all done. I've been like 30, 31 years lorry driving. Still love it. I know it's fucking, I know it's crazy, but yeah, I just, from being a kid, I would have been a lorry driver, you know, pictures on the wall,
Yeah,
lorries,
yeah.
and mecking model trucks, and people think, oh, you fucking sad bastard, but it was a sad one. If I'm going to work
And you're
every
like,
day and I'm enjoying it,
Yeah, that's it.
it was a sad one.
Never
These
work
people
a day in your life.
no,
That's it.
exactly. So yeah, just enjoy my job, been around a bit, done a bit of Europe, settled down, bought my own truck. Yeah, love
Have
it.
you seen
I
it all
love
change in the last like 30 years? Do you think it's changed for the better in ways or in the worse in other ways? Or
Yeah, I don't know. Pinching, feeding. It was never like that back in the day. Back
Oh.
in, can you say it? Before they opened the borders, before we got
Mid-90s.
Yeah. Before the Eastern Bloc coming to this, like Europe, there's no feeding, there's no curtain cutting back then. You know, you could park anywhere, nobody bothered you. But
There was a lot more camaraderie in the
there
job.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
A good crack,
If
and a good laugh.
you had a flat wheel, there would nearly be 10 people stopped to help you. Nowadays, there would be 20 people trying to run you over.
I tell you what, that's a fucking good analogy.
Yeah.
Because you're dead right there.
Well, I did though. I did help somebody recently. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't
Yeah,
I? I helped
and-
with the mutual friend of ours from Holland.
It wasn't
Yeah,
Joby,
yeah.
was it? With a flat caravan wheel?
We have a friend from Holland, Jasper.
Yes.
So Jasper's got an old 113 Scania, which
Yeah.
Chris gave the prize to last year. And I met him. He's a big guy, isn't he? He's a fucking giant of a guy.
Giant, yeah.
Giant of a guy.
Lovely fella.
And he was loading in Glasgow, and I saw his truck. I thought, fucking Jasper. Went round, parked my lorry out the way so I couldn't see him. I went to wing Audi up, and I went, you're a big cunt. I'd like to fight you. He didn't know it was me. He was like, sorry. Can't mean you have a scrap. You mad Englishman or something? I went, no, it's me, you daft twat. Oh, Phil. And he's like, give me a big bear hug, and fucking hell, man. Where you going? I said, I'm going back south. Oh, we'll go stop for some bit of tea. You know, we'll stop at Ecclefechan for tea. All right. So I helped him strap his load up, pulled out of Glasgow, going down the hill, following him, and all of a sudden his headlights come on. I thought, oh yeah. Pulled on the hard shoulder, but it was all coned off. So he destroyed the cone to get on the hard shoulder. I kept going. I rang him. So what's wrong? He says, I'm fucking out of diesel. Oh, you're joking? He said, no, diesel gauge ain't working. I was going to get some Ecclefechan, but I've run out of diesel. Like, I'll help you. I said, I whip round, I get a jerry can, bring some diesel back to you. And that's what I did. He moved the cones over. I went and got a jerry can from Screwfix, got some diesel, got bonk on the out shoulder, lobbed in his truck, bled it up, gone again. But
that's-
some people just fuck off. They,
yeah.
you know.
That's the thing. We're from a generation where you find a way.
Yeah.
And if you can't find a way, you just fucking make one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get the job done no matter what. Whereas now it's like, I phone my transport planner, got a problem drive, what's wrong? I don't know. That's it.
I've seen it. I've seen it with the guys
Yeah.
on my job at DSV. Ring Scania up to change a headlight bulb at 3 o'clock in the morning.
what?
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, I've been there in the yard and they rang scan you up to change a headlight bulb.
It's
Fuck.
but this is, you could probably take it all back to the generation that we're having, right? And this is my argument about a lot of things. And people will, manual. No, I just prefer to drive a manual. It's got nothing to do with bragging rights or whatever, or automatic.
Yeah.
Just that was what I was taught in. That's what I prefer. And you just can't order them anymore unless it's like an S cab or an R cab, new shape, sort of lower cabs. Can you? You can get a manual in, but or a DAF. But that's none of them's for me, really, to be honest.
Nobody really wants a daft, do they?
No, it's not for me. But they're trying to make the job suit a fucking idiot. They're not trying to skill a person to do the job anymore. And the problem I have with like a driver CPC, the government or official bodies think that they're going to create a driver within 30 or 35 hours of training. It doesn't fucking happen. But it's like you went with your old man and you went with people. I went with my old man. I got physical on the job training.
This is where it's going wrong. You can't take kids with you nowadays.
No.
This is the trouble. You can't bring that generation of children through here because you can't bring him here. You can't have that. You can't have passengers here. You can't do that. And that's where it's all ended.
That's where I believe it's going wrong. And now we're trying to make the job easier to suit an arsehole.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, folks, but that's the way it fucking is.
But I also believe as well, I have this philosophy that they want people with high vises on, smartly dressed, like you say, just idiots.
Yeah.
But these idiots are the ones that hit bridges, cause accidents. You never see somebody like me and Chris who've got pride in our trucks hit bridges.
No.
Because
you know exactly how to that.
Even as owner-operators, like, you understand the cost. Fucking Jolly John and his fucking high vis and steel toe cap boots.
He's not footing a scan coming out fit headlight, is he? So he don't give a fuck.
No.
Yeah. No, but like even there's one night I come off the boat in Cairnryan and I was going to Doncaster and I got down across a 66 and the next thing the alternator light come on and I had no lights or no fuck all. But I was of a generation, I don't give a fuck. Does she still move? She's moving. I got to a Reed's man and Sandy Bomber for Play Sandy. They were all of the old school generation.
Headlights are flickering.
I had fuck all. I had
He's got one of in front light.
One of Reed's. No, this is true, Bill. One of Reed's men in front of me and one behind me, and I hadn't a fucking light. And the three of us down the road, and we didn't stop till we got to Weatherby Services and went in. And Sandy says, "Crawl underneath where you maybe broke an air fleet going to the engine. You know that's why the alternator's not charging." And it was like, no, that's all right. Fuck it. It turned out the alternator was fucked. But them boys were going on down the A1 and they had to go their way and I had to go mine. I drove on that night with no fucking lights to get her where I needed to go. It's all about
but nowadays if they see it like a red light or orange, we can't move. Can't move. Oh, no, it might be a problem. Problem.
No, or you find a way, you make it happen and you just get her down the road.
Yeah.
Like.
Whereas you're an ass, like if you're just an ass in a sea, you ain't give a fuck.
That's it.
Light's gone out. Well, I'll stop here now.
Yeah,
that's it.
I phoned somebody up and I want pay. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, that's it. It's not my. It's not my bottom line, is it? No, that's it. I mean, laugh. We were going out of London back along on the old fucking super bus or whatever it's called, and we fucking bus stopped on the side, literally by Stonehenge. I was like, oh my fucking god, of all the places to stop with a bus full of people. Here we go. Everyone's gonna be going past us like, get out of the fucking way, you cunts. Bus driver's on the horn to the fucking boss man. Oh, there's a light on the dash. I was like, we were like peering around the corner trying to see what it was. I was like, fucking blue were a bit low on the old girl. That was it. And he stopped the bus. He was on the phone. He couldn't work out what the fuck was going on. Me all there, peep around the side. Shag, drive her on. She'll be all right. Next fuel station, just go grab a fucking couple of cans of blue, chop her up. Yeah. And the bloke on the end of the phone's like, yeah, just drive it on. You got about 8 hours, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. It's not a clue, like you say. I know it's cliche.
It's a good job. Good job you don't drive a DAF then, because DAF are full of fucking faults all the time. Dilling, dilling, dilling. Eindhoven calling. Dilling, dilling, dilling. Eindhoven calling.
No, it's cliche, but everybody's ass in a seat, isn't it? You know?
Yeah. Nobody has any mechanical sympathy or nonsense at all. Yeah, and it's just
you should know what all the fucking lights on your dash mean.
Yeah, but honestly, people are getting
lazy.
The wrong kind of training.
Yeah.
Like-
Well, yeah, they're not getting any training on that.
But-
They're just
I tell you, done most of the CPC courses, but they're all wee bit different. But you go to one, I have yet to be taken out to a lorry and trailer and shown how to do something, because not everyone learns kind of differently. So I'm not of the read it out of a book. If you show me something once, I'll remember it. But
Yeah.
if you tell me or point me out on a board, I
You're not
probably
gonna take
still
it in.
don't take it
Take
in. Yeah.
It's boring.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
You just
switch
sat there
off.
thinking,
You do,
"Oh,
you switch
fucking
off, don't
bored."
you?
But that's the problem. You just have to be there. You don't have to physically learn anything.
No. It'd be better off if we took you out in the fucking yard and they were like, right, cunts, this,
Yeah.
like this, and everyone's fucking paying attention because stuff's moving around and getting people involved and stuff like that.
Yeah. The what was it? Not really health and safety. What was it? The first aid one. That was probably the only one I ever found really interesting.
I'm sitting one on Sunday, believe it or not.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, just think of me on Sunday, me and Louise, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking bored shitless.
I'll send you some Snapchats, mate.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
And am I right? You can do the same course 5 times, and that'll do
Yeah.
you for the year.
Yes, but they're starting to clamp down on that a little bit. There is modules. Some of them, they are starting to want you to, but it can be a deviation of tachograph, and you can still do like nearly 5 different bits, if that makes sense. But it's bollocks.
It's a waste of time, innit?
Yeah, it genuinely is. I learned more in a week with my dad
Yeah.
than it did in any course. And you're going into the bit that really bothers me is you're going into a job or you're going into a course to learn something from somebody who knows less than you. And when you're able to tell them their job better than they're telling you, I'm sitting there cringing at the fact of, what the fuck am I paying you to teach me?
Yeah.
And that's not me being big-headed. If I'm going to pay you to teach me something, I at least want to leave knowing more than when I come in,
Yeah.
and you don't. You know,
I think that's common over quite a few different platforms at the minute. Like the
Yeah.
last course I went on, I knew more than the fucking tutor.
yeah.
What am I doing here? Like, I don't want to sound like a big-headed cunt.
You big-headed cunt.
No, but you are a clever bastard, Marlon.
Like-
There's always about it, mate.
He was explaining things, and I started correcting him. I did it 2 or 3 times, and I had to stop because
They don't like it.
No. I had exactly the same thing. We had a CPC course and the bloke was on about how many days can you work a week? 6. Come to me 7. He went,
Yeah.
6. He said, explain 7. I says, well, you put your card in, you go run away on a Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
You can run in Saturday morning.
You can run right up to 3
You
o'clock
can't.
Saturday.
You can't.
Yeah, you fucking can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I said, yes, you can. So, no, that's you're going 7. You're doing 7 days.
Yeah.
No, it's not 7 days. It's
It's
after
7. They're 6
24-hour periods.
Yeah.
And I had to explain this to him. And this is some guy who sat a CPC course and he won't have it. But I have a friend who works for the VOSA. And
The Vosa.
the VOSA. And I rang him. I said, Gavin, just explain this to your man here. And he had to explain. He's like, well, I never heard that rule before. I said, you run away at 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. As long as you're off the road by 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon, you can work 7 days.
Yeah. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
And people are like, question it. And the amount of times I've been stopped, and it's like, no,
Legal.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
The odd infringement here and there. Ish. But, you know what I mean?
There's no point having people like this, either enforcing these regulations or teaching them if they don't know what they're fucking doing.
But that's the problem.
that's the country.
That's the problem.
You
And
seen
then
who's in charge at the minute?
they're producing a
Well,
generation
they're letting anyone have a crack, aren't they?
fucking idiots. Yeah. That's the bit that annoys me about it. You genuinely, you want the job to progress, but when you say the good old days, there was bad things about the good old days, but at the same time, there was a lot more camaraderie in the job. And you go to places now and you get 1 or 2 people. You get people that don't really talk, or you get arseholes that don't fucking shut up.
Yeah.
And they're
And they
like,
talk shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
You've
that's
been
it.
to Tenerife, they've been to Leavenworth.
That's right. That's it. Yeah.
You got 1 shed, they got 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black dog.
Yeah.
My dog's blacker than yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking boring bastards. And that's the worst thing about sat in these drivers' waiting rooms. They just talk bollocks, don't they? They just talk bollocks. And you think, oh, shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, but you get it too, and then you get, I'm sorry to say, the stereotype sheep. You know, there'll be a page on the door or a notice on the door, wait out here, one person in the waiting room. And I'm like, hold on a minute, I'm paid by the load, not by the hour. Fucking boot, door off the hinges. There's my dockets, what bay? And it's like, oh, you can't do this drive, blah, blah, blah. Fuck up, what bay? And you just like progress your day. Yeah.
And health and safety's ruined the job.
Yes.
Health and I did a delivery last week to ASOS in Barnsley. They literally tell you to drop the trailer in the bay, chop the wheels, handbrake on, pull away from the trailer, park opposite the trailer. You've got to chuck your wheels, your truck, and hand your fucking keys in and sit in the passenger seat.
What?
It's scary.
Honestly.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
What? Because they got people wandering around in the yard?
No, because that's their health and safety rules. That's their rules of the health and safety.
That's probably the rules.
That's another 45 minutes of bullshit in there.
But then they put a fucking stack of pallets in front of your trailer that you tip in, and they become underneath it. But chucking your own truck wheels? What the fuck?
No,
it's probably enforced by the insurance. Like that,
do they realise
they know the caliber of people that they got wandering around in that fucking warehouse?
Some of the caliber of drivers.
Oh man, it's that. You know what? As much as the drive might be bad out here, see, from I've moved back home, I have never seen worse driving like it in my fucking life. It's horrendous. Standard, even lorry, not just lorry driving, but car driving as well.
It's bad over here though, Chris.
Oh mate,
Oh,
come
man.
and do 2 weeks out there and back. Come over to mine, do 2 weeks, and you'll pull your fucking hair out. What you have left, like.
Oh!
I'm what about it.
Steady!
Yeah,
That was a nasty hit, that was.
well,
It's meant to be a nice surprise having you here, Chris.
Yeah, it was.
well, we were at Sweetfest and he was telling me and blah blah blah. I don't know who the guest is and blah blah blah. And when you turned to walk away, that time I sort of says to myself, Jesus, he's going to be awfully disappointed when it's just me. No, you were hoping for Sammy Rose, be honest.
Hey!
I was.
Hold on, do you
yeah.
want me to get my tits out?
Oh yeah, she can suck a dick.
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Hey yo.
Right, Phil. Apart from like polishing products, what do you tend to haul?
Anything and everything. Anything and everything.
In between everything.
Egg boxes, empty egg boxes. Do a lot of that.
Oh, fucking hell,
Timber.
Your fuel bill must be hideous.
Oh, that's what I want. Long and light. Long and light.
Yeah.
Get paid by mileage.
Cellutex.
Long and light. Long and light. So we do a lot of timber. We have a contract for Arla Foods.
Oh, yeah.
So all the low pack butter that comes into the country comes
Yeah.
through us. For the people I work for.
Yep.
So that goes into Leeds and Hatfield and other places. But, they do anything and everything. Anything and everything. Crazy. Do a lot of wind farm stuff as well. A lot of wind farm stuff.
What was that involved then? Like gearboxes and shit? And,
I've done some gearboxes, yeah.
and like
Yeah.
blades and stuff?
Not the blades, no, but I've done some
They're fucking
gearboxes. Done some gearboxes on low loaders and bits and bobs like that, and a lot of parts and stuff.
You used to do that Diablo stuff as well, that farm machinery stuff, isn't it?
We did that Diablo stuff, yeah, but we
I was
lost
thinking
it.
about
we lost it.
the 2 sticks and the string with the
fuck
Diablo.
That's our generation, that is.
Dablo,
Dablo, is that the way you pronounce it?
Dablo, yeah.
Where's that from, the continent?
That's from Denmark, comes from Denmark.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they do rollers and discs and stuff like that.
Oh,
Aerators and
Yeah.
big, massive, fold out shit. Like,
We
yeah.
did, but we lost it to Blue Water. They took it off us, so they must be doing it cheaper, I bet.
More than likely.
Yeah,
better to be moving empty egg boxes around, innit? Fucking hell, you're
Oh,
on
yeah.
the cream there, aren't you?
I don't do too bad.
I know,
Chris knows.
We've seen you, Laurie, mate.
I'm going to say he's not bitched about the price of fuel once since he's been here.
No. Or LEDs.
No, that's true.
Early days. I don't have many early days. Long days. Big days.
LEDs, you can.
Early days. I think it's long days.
Yeah, and
Go.
yeah. Fucking Northerners. Hey, Somerset accent, mind.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Look at Moral and give him shit.
I've heard his shit all fucking day.
I know, I turned up the car park, the fucker was like, I'm here, you daft god! Sorry, Shag, I was listening to a bit of better stuff than Mo. With one headlight flickering. Like Chris.
I had none, man. I had none.
Oh, there. Also,
Hold on a minute. What are you doing running around with the headlights on? I thought you were an assassin.
what, me? Yeah.
Don't announce your arrival with lights.
Just like flashed them once at the fucking pub, like.
We know what that means, don't you? Flashing lights.
Oh,
Like,
God.
hey.
Like spoons in a bowl.
What?
Spoons in the bowl?
Yeah, because you lose your keys.
Oh, God. So tell us about the truck then, Phil. What's what we talking about? Teach me some stuff. I'm interested.
What, don't know.
I don't know what is it for a start?
It's a Volvo FH 500 Globetrotter XL.
What the last few words there? Globetrot.
It's a Globetrotter XL.
What's a Globetrotter means? I see it on a lot of these fucking top
Headboards.
whatever.
Just the size of the cab.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But Globetrotter, then the XL, which is like
6 inches.
6 inches bigger.
That's what
Yeah.
she said.
I know. And so mine's a Globetrotter XL. 62 mid lift. Pimp to fuck.
Yeah.
It is. Fuck, mate.
Get grief off here indoors. How much you spend on that fucking lorry?
Her indoors mind.
Fucking hell, yeah. There's other fucking parcel here from Truck Junkie. What's in this one?
Nothing. It just stickers.
Yeah. It was a bit heavy for stickers.
So you're big into the Danish style, and what's all that about them?
Don't know. I just I have a very good friend from Belgium. I don't know if you've seen him. You know, Fiza Translator, Philip.
Yeah.
So he bought some ex-Danish trucks, and I just that look of it. And the company I work for is Danish, so that sort of
Tied in
thing.
well.
Yeah. So my last truck was like the red and white one was like Danish theme, and had the interior done out in Denmark, and made it look nice, and wanted to carry on. Just different, innit?
Yeah.
Different. And I don't know, the Europeans do sort of go for the Danish look, don't they? Danish look.
There's a whole lot of blends, and it is probably the most attractive.
Yeah.
Kind of when you see it, it is replicated quite a lot in the industry, and they just seem to do it different.
That's it. That they do it differently. Like to
Oh,
us
man.
over here.
You go to a truck show in Europe and you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's it.
You,
It's-
you go
it's
to
on
and
the
you just
list.
come over here, and it's just like,
Yeah.
this is pish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
You need
Cutting
to you
words,
need to come out
cutting
next
words.
We do need to do it.
I wouldn't know what
Super Brew.
I wouldn't even know what I'm fucking looking at. Drive. That's
Right.
the problem.
No. It's just the trucks are different. The party harder.
The people are different.
Yeah.
I've seen some alleged videos of strippers on stage
Wow.
overseas.
Where was that from then?
I don't know.
Who sent you them?
I'm not at liberty to tell any names or anything.
He's like a rat in a trap. There's stuff.
Yeah, you don't get strippers in the UK.
No.
No.
And in the UK, a portion of chips cost you £6.
Oh, it's not like that over there. No, not at all. And 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, it's still boom, 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 boom.
Reg is asleep at 6.
I bet I'll go.
Oh, he'd
I'm
be
fucking.
Well, I went to bed at 1 o'clock, left my lad out partying with all the rest of them. The next thing he's opened the cab door at 5 o'clock. Oh, I'm back, Dad. I'm back. Oh,
Shag,
yeah.
get in and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, get in and get that fucking bed. Then he's complaining because I'm up at 7:30. Like, oh, you shut up. I'm like, it's 7:30. I want to get up. Thought another hour you'll be getting up when that fucking sun gets on top of that cab. On top of that top bunk, you'll be sweating. You'll be getting up, son. Yeah. But yeah, it's a different league out
Just
there, isn't
a completely different atmosphere.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But even the shows in Ireland are different atmosphere, Chris.
Well, yeah.
What, they got
Down the
car
south.
bombs or...
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
We take a break for 1 weekend.
You Waterford and Douala, again, the charity truck shows, and they just make you feel so welcome. And what I do like about Waterford Truck Show is there's no prize givings, there's no competition, there's no
Dick
bitching.
swinging.
No.
Yeah.
It's a gathering, and people get there and they have a good crack and a good laugh. And people you haven't seen for ages, like Dara and Philly Ryan and people like that. And you just
It's a catch up.
Yeah,
it's a chance to get a catch up.
Yeah.
You see them all on Facebook and in your Instagram or whatever, but to talk to them physically, it's like,
Yeah, you just have a drink and relax a bit.
that other silly bastard as well from out there. I'd love to see him. Falvey. He's fucking mental, isn't he? You never Pete Falvey?
No.
No.
Christ.
Well, go find him on Instagram. He is some boy, isn't he?
He's not wise. Not fucking wise.
Well, What did he do?
He's not wise, Mike.
Did he do every county in Ireland this year?
Do you know what? To be fair, people would ridicule him and all, but people don't take the time to see what he actually would do for charity.
Does a
and
lot.
just has a good time and a bit of a fool of himself. And he done, what was it, a wee Fiat Cinquecento or something? He painted it pink and got dressed up and toured every country to raise money. And he's just fucking
And
bonkers.
he got a yellow three-wheeler as well, hasn't he? He'd been doing that like a yellow three-wheeler up.
I haven't seen that one.
He's-
Like a Trotter's
Yeah,
independent
yeah.
carrier.
yeah.
He's got a really hat of gold. But he
Yeah.
was meant to be doing one coming over here and doing something over here, coming around
Yeah.
England.
Right, okay.
Yeah. But you say people ridicule him. Oh, fucking, he's a bit of a nugget, but he's not. He's got a hat of gold.
Aye. You know what? Everybody just do their own thing, leave everybody else alone.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
it.
The man's doing things for charity that people wouldn't even put their hand in their fucking pocket for.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
So yeah, good old Peter Falvey. Nice boy. Nice bloke.
Right, I think that's a perfect time to cut to a break.
I'm going to send you to the fridge.
I don't need to be. This is every week. I'm gonna send you to the fridge.
I'm
Like
going to get a whip in a minute.
like when we just hit pause, I just sit here and do nothing. It's like, no, get Reg, go to the fridge. Oh yes, no, I don't. You're not the king of this bar, Marlon. I am the king.
You can give whatever title you need.
The only reason because you'll sit furthest up. And another thing, right? I'm gonna if anyone, what we're gonna do on the fucking Amazon wish list, we're gonna put a little bin on the Amazon wish list for Marlon's fucking corner. Every fucking week I tidy this bar up. Look, that's it. He squirrels it all away in the fucking corner there. I think I'm done. I'm like, right, it's all tidy. And then I turn me around. I got 4 fucking cans, 3 bottles. And the worst part is, they've all got a little bit left in them. So I go to fucking chuck them in there, fucking covered in fucking beer. God, you're a fuck. I might give you a little drain tray. That's what we get, like a router drip tray in there for you to pour out.
Roger.
Yeah, and then you can have your own little fucking bin as well. And you can take it out on the way out. And I'll be like, come on, Marlon, don't forget your little bin, you
I'm
cunt.
still waiting for my little violin to play.
Well, yeah, you'll be waiting. I think I'll be getting my bin before you get your fucking violin, you cunt. Right, with that, I'm going to go get beer in a week and probably knock Marlon out, or he's going to knock me out. We'll see how we fare. Cheers.
Reg is back from the fridge.
I am back from the fridge. And what have I got here, Marlon?
So you've got Jungle Trip, New England, Pale Ale.
I'm pretty sure Joby's got a story about being on a jungle trip. Well, man, I was out in the Amazon and I was eating some ayahuasca. But yeah, no, who sent this to us, Marlon?
So this has come from Crumpet, Omelette, our main man, Callum Bailey.
Along with all the other beer that he allegedly got us that came from places that...
Nobody else needs to know.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Omelette, Crumpet, Callum.
How's that Lee Cider getting on?
Oh yeah, it's literally like my little pal. It just sits next to me. I'll just keep topping up from it. Yeah, it's fantastic. So yeah,
Hold tight. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Jungle Trip, New England Pale Ale, Hazy Tropical Citrus, LBF. Any idea? Oh, London Beer Factory. Marlon, without any further ado, can you read the marketing bullshit?
At LBF, we brew fresh and funky beers. Jungle Trip is our smooth, hazy New England Pale Ale. They're full of tropical citrus and pine flavours, which combine with fruity aromas to take you on a trip what can only be described as a jungle trip.
Okay,
That's some marketing bullshit.
right. 3.5, 440 can. Let's fucking go. 5.3. Sorry, I've had enough. And oh, whoa, fruit lot. Lively. It's quite a song, isn't it? It is quite a song. This is Fucked by a Country Boy by Wheeler Walker Jr., for anyone who's wondering what the fuck we're laughing at. Yeah, it is proper fucking jungly, isn't it?
Yeah,
Tropically.
they're all the citrus.
Yeah, there's a lot of citrus going on there.
Very
Not-
tropical.
I don't know if I
Tastes a
get-
bit like lilt.
Yeah.
Yeah, only shitter.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
Do you know what that is? Do you know
Here we go.
the best way I could describe that, right? You know that potpourri shite that the women have in the house? Do you see if you ground it up and mixed it with pish? It would be.
It's not the best, is
fucking
it?
That. It's not for me.
What the fuck is not only this beer, this song, something about somebody's ballsack? God, where's Depeche Mode gone, for fuck's sake? Marlon, what are you thinking?
I'll tell you what.
It's proper good.
I'm not mad.
I really like it. It's proper good. I love my fruity IPA.
What?
Man.
Crack on, son.
Don't hate on
The citrus.
That's why I got you another drink, 'cause I knew you weren't going to fucking drink it, Phil.
The citrus is good. Tropical flavors. It's fizzy. I like fizzy piss.
Yeah, it is like, highly carbonated. You can tell when you opened it. It was fucking all over the place.
I ain't mad, mate. I ain't mad.
I'm fucking mad. This stuff's legit. I really like it. It's like you say, it's almost like a fucking, it's like turbo lilt. That's what
Turbo lilt.
It's turbo lilt. This is proper good stuff. Yeah, it's really citrusy, but also it's got I think the tropical flavors also. This neither of which overpower. They're well balanced.
Yeah, that's it.
Well
I'm
balanced.
definitely going to get heartburn
You can
later.
still get sort of you can get that bit of hoppy goodness coming through at the same time, and it's just I think it's just bang on really. I think that's probably one of the first hazy IPAs that I've really fucking been like, yeah, I'll get right behind this.
That's it. The aftertaste is like
Usually the hazy
It's a bit
IPAs are really
noncy,
fucking. They're really just a bit something and nothing. I've found either that or they're way too hoppy and everything else gets dulled down. But that's really well balanced, like all the way through, proper good. If anything, Phil, I'm happy that you're giving yours to me. So yeah,
It doesn't taste.
No, here you can have mine and all
That's
for
3.
let's fucking go.
whoever the fuck made that wants their balls
Ready to
pulled
go
out
to
of their
bed in 10
ankles and
minutes.
let go a bang for like fuck all.
The angriest Irishman I've ever known. What happened to the funny little leprechaun I thought we were going to have? I fucking hate everything.
Potato.
Everything's shite over here.
I know, sure. Like I just come back over because there's nothing left to do at home of all the potatoes gathered.
Oh dear. Oh, I fucking done right.
I'm gonna go and see Digger now, see if he wants a hand to gar them fucking leaks.
All right, let's go. TripAdvisor rating starting with Phil.
1.
Fucking hell, that's
And
brilliant.
that's modest.
Okay, right.
wow.
Right,
Just
Chris.
no.
Oh yeah, Bill.
No isn't a number.
Can you do 0?
Yes, you can.
Zero.
Oh, fucking
Oh,
hell.
that is harsh.
No,
Oh,
sorry, it's really not for me.
I feel like I'm gonna have. I was gonna. I don't know, I was probably gonna give it a 5 anyway. I'm gonna give it a 5. So I'll bring these numbers up somehow because it deserves it, man.
Yeah.
Deserves
What the fuck?
the fucking factory deserved to be petrol bombed.
Don't tell him the location. Don't tell him the location.
That is a London beer factory. The postcode is not,
Allegedly.
is luckily not on the can. But if you want to bomb their Instagram, it's at London Beer Factory.
Could the Patreon give us a whip round for petrol's not cheap?
Just pop down to the old sugar and fertilizer, the sugar fertilizer and diesel store that's down the road from you, I'm sure.
That's a machine shop, mate.
Are we going to get cancelled for telling people how to make bombs now? I don't know.
No.
That's not by the way, it's not how you make no, it's not how you do
No,
no, not ammonia and yeah.
Shut up, Raj. I'm going to press this button. I don't know what it does.
I've got nothing left.
That might be us.
They call me Timothy McSend. Not many people are going to get that joke. All right. Right, so that's a 5, a 5, a 1, and a 0. So where is that going to be? We're calling that like
3, solid 3.
I'll give it a 3. Fuck it, yeah. Phil's 1 brings it up to about a 3. Right, awesome. So that is a 3, unfortunately, at 5 for Jungle Trip, New England Pale Ale by the London Beer Factory. I've got a lot to drink now, which is good. Dear, oh dear. Right. Talk to us about building a business, both of you, because you've both done it. What's the score? Like, how do you just like go from being a driver to being like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy my own lorry, which is no small feat, as I'm sure you know and I can understand.
I can remember when I did mine, I got talked into it, believe it or not.
By the salesman.
No, by another fellow owner driver. I was actually working for a firm called Isotank, carrying chemicals, and was in a pub one night. He went, mate, don't wait for these
Pub
fuckers.
talk.
Pub talk, yeah.
Proper pub talk.
Don't wait for these. Go wait for yourself. It's a lot better. And I thought, yeah, I was going to have a go at it, and yeah, go for it. But it was so hard, the setting things up, and and getting your operator's license and doing your CPC, and it was kind of hard going, really.
Well, I kind of knew I had the vision. Again, like you, fathers, generations, stuff like that. It was something I always wanted to do. As the man says, I went with my father, and I sort of fell in love with the job, and I never wanted, like, apart from possibly a pilot, I never wanted to do anything else. And I solely set that as my sights. So I knew what I wanted to do. And that's a big part of it.
Yeah, you were all in.
Yeah, that's it. And went to the tech, and you sort of then, right, well, it'd be handier if I can maintain the stuff. If I knew a bit more about it, I can help myself out of a hole.
Yeah.
So then I went and I studied to be a fitter, an HCV mechanic. So when I was doing that, the guy, one of the teachers in the tech at the time, he was one of the guys that done the classes for your operator's license. So he said to me, he says, this is something you want to do, isn't it? And I goes, yeah. So he then said to me, I actually take the class. Would you be interested? And at that time, it was a national and an international. So it was 2 nights a week for your national and 1 night a week for your international. So because I was technically still in secondary education, I'd done mine when I was like 16, 17. So your certificates never really expire. So
You're sort of halfway there, really.
yeah. So, but because I was still in secondary education, I got the whole course for like 35 quid and 20 quid exam fee. And then,
Fuck me, who was in at that point then?
what?
Government-wise, who was in at that point?
Fuck, I don't know.
Tony Blair.
I'm talking
IRA.
about 90. No.
No,
John Major.
What am I talking? 97?
That would
Major.
1997?
That would have been Major /
Blair.
Blair, wouldn't it?
Yeah, something like that. So
I'm just in. I'm not being a dick. The
No,
only
no,
reason
no,
I- the only reason
He'd be
I
a Tory
ask was-
cunt again, isn't he?
No, I'm not. No, fuck off, Phil. The only reason I ask is I'm always interested as to what political party is sort of helping people progress in what they're doing, if you know
None
what
of
I
the
mean.
fuckers
but
do.
none of them. Yeah, no, it was not.
Honestly,
Well,
I've never come
I'm not
across
saying,
one which
I'm not
do.
saying help, but I'm not saying help.
No politics,
But
Reg.
you know when, I'm trying not to, but you know when they take stuff, it's basically every government takes shit away, and I'm trying to,
and I'll take with
I'm trying to work out where, well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, carry on. Marlon's been a fucking twat.
No,
Haven't
so
started yet.
I got that, and then done the national bit, and then went and done the international. And again, because I was still technically just finishing my fitter, I was still in secondary education as they classed it, and I got the national bit for, I think, the course fee and the exam fee. The whole thing only totaled 80 quid. So I had those certificates from I was 17. So then I finished mechanic and I kept mechanicing, and then I went driving, as the man says, because I had my 7.5 tonner on. You know, it was like on your driving license straight away, where for a while then you had to do your test, but I think they changed it back there.
Yeah.
So I went, and then after I finished that, I started the 7.5 tonners, and then progressed into class 2s, then class 1s, just doing different jobs. So as the man says, I was learning my trade. I done furniture, I done flat work, timber, steel, fridge work, tippers. And people was kind of looking at me, oh, you're jumping jobs. And I'm like, no, lad, I'm on a mission here.
Getting the scope of everything.
Yeah. So that when I get my own on the road,
You know,
I'll know what work best suits me, and I'll have a bit of a train bit of training on everything.
Yeah.
And that's just where it come from me, if you know what I mean. So then it was actually, I worked, like I say, doing bridge work for lots of other people, but it's also building up an education within the industry, but building up contacts. And it's like I've said in comments on different things on Facebook, you never have enough phone numbers because you never know when you need help.
That's fucking true. That is.
And
You can never know enough people.
My phone has stopped taking numbers in. You cannot put another phone number in that fucking phone.
It's probably because it's an iPhone.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably. But and that then was some of the relationships that I'd built up that I could then go back to when I had my own truck and say, hey, what about a wee bit of work?
Yeah. How you getting on?
Yeah. And that's where it genuinely progressed, because you were out there learning, but you wanted to do a good job for someone else. And then you built a good relationship with people, and people could see you could work. People see you got the job done. And then it was like, oh, here, come and, I never left anywhere on a bad note. So then I could approach those people. And I still work with my own trucks for some of the people I drove for, which for me,
It speaks volumes, I
The
think.
same as me. Well,
yeah.
I worked for DSV, but I used to work for them back in 97 to 2000. And there's still guys there in the planning office that I know when I was there. Like,
yeah.
I never left, like you say, never left in a bad word. I worked for Peter Denby for a short while. Denby's a Lincoln. The day I left, a week later, he sent me a letter. Sorry to see you go, blah, blah, blah. And it's nice to have stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
If there's one thing, sorry, Chris, if there's one thing I've learned in business is never to fall out with anyone.
No, because you get
There's
a bad
a lot
name.
of fucking,
You get a bad name.
There's a lot,
Yeah.
and not only that, there's a lot of fucking people out there that are fucking happy to say they're a cunt and this, that, and the other until I told them to get fucked. You never know when you're gonna have to turn around and ask them for a favor or ask them for work or whatever. If you get, I'm not saying if you get really badly screwed over, but if you sort of, come to the end of a working relationship with someone, but over something, there's no point saying, oh, fuck them cunts and start telling everyone they're a fucking prick. I've been there in business a few times where you have
Bar
to.
my old boss.
Well, yeah, he can get
He can
fucked.
suck a fucking dick.
But you never know what the future holds, and you never know when you might need to, if you leave on bad terms with someone, they'll go, well, we could do with him, but I'm not fucking dealing with that.
We know guys
Yeah.
like that. We know people like that.
Everyone,
Yeah.
I find in business, everyone's so keen to fall out with people. Everyone's so keen to say, oh, fuck them and fuck this. And if you just sort of, part ways and,
I'm really sorry. Ain't working anymore.
part ways, pay your bill or get paid and just fucking, call it quits on that, but everyone's too keen to shout and scream and go up and down and plaster everything all over Facebook.
That's the new thing now, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Like,
Publicise everything.
yeah, like tag someone in something and tell them they're a fucking idiot and this, that, and the other. And I've just no time for it because, I've ended up sort of not going back with people, but I've ended up working with people that I thought I'd never work with again, and it's been a really, really prosperous business relationship, and they've changed since we sort of left them, and we've gone back with them, and things have been fantastic. Yeah,
Not like you left them.
don't burn bridges. Don't fucking burn bridges.
3 years
that's what
ago,
I'll say.
they're probably a different person, a different company. 3 years down the line.
Exactly. They are, like you say, a different company. They might have had their shit sorted in the last 5 years. They might have a total fucking management change. You might have had a different person in doing this, that, and the other. Like you say, transport manager might have changed. You might be a sound bloke. You might be on the fucking ball. But, if you fucking shout and scream and jump up and down, they'll be like, oh, I'll fucking work with them again.
Not taking that card.
No, you just got to be careful. I think don't fucking burn bridges because you never know who could be.
Like if they're genuine assholes, burn them.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you have to, in any business, you have to be willing to walk away.
Oh, absolutely.
Because,
Yeah,
but
absolutely. But there's walking away, and there's walking away shouting and screaming.
Yeah,
and there's,
yeah.
there's
Oh,
Once
yeah,
you get a bad
different
name,
things.
the bad name will stick.
Oh yeah,
Of course,
Yeah.
But a bad name will stick, and the name will go around like wildflower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fire. People know. Oh, don't employ him. Don't employ him. You know what it's
That's
like. He's
Yeah.
Especially in the trucker industry, I assume
Oh, yeah,
that is
yeah.
rife.
I know a lot of people that work for certain companies, and they'll always say, "Oh, the competition of wankers, the competition of this, the competition of that." I'm like, yeah, well, you say all that, but what if you fall out with your boss or you get made redundant or whatever, and the competition, i.e., the people that do exactly the same thing for you, and you want to you think, oh fuck, I could get a job with them. But I can't now because I've spent the last 5 years telling everyone they're cunts, and if you walk into their office, I'll laugh you out of it. You know?
I was always taught, be so busy building your reputation that you know, sell your service on your reputation, not the downfall of someone else's.
Yeah.
And if you can be seen to be doing a good job, and somebody always says to me, well, what do you do? Just keep your word. Just that.
Do
be
the
honest,
job you say you're going to do.
the amount of people that would ring me, can you do a load today or tomorrow? And I'm like, no, but I can do it on Thursday at 7:00. And they'll be like, well, I can't wait. I have to get someone else. And someone else will fuck them about.
Under promise and over deliver.
Yeah, exactly. And then they're not loading to Friday. And I'm in, and I'm like, oh, we should have got you to do the job. I says, I didn't tell you what you wanted to hear. I tell you what I could deliver.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I think that's where we differ though, Chris, because I'm pretty lazy. I wait for one customer, don't I? I just pick the phone up and they just give me the work, and I don't look for it, do I?
Well, there's two sides to different stories. Me and you have sat down and had this conversation a time or two. You do that, whereas they set up all your work. Whereas I start every day with a fleet of trucks and
no work
on a phone, and I have to make it happen. And there's times when even me and you'll say that it's just two different ways to attack the same job. Maybe mine would be a bit more stressful, if I'm honest. I think. But
so.
at the same
By
time,
the sound of it.
there's time when you sit down, and we would sit down. And I have no problem comparing numbers with you, Phil, because I trust you. You know what I mean? And there's there's weeks I'm going, that man has no headaches, and that man probably made more than 3 of my lorries. You know, not all together, but individually. And you're like, there's times I'd be better with just the one and doing something like that. And at the end of the day,
I suppose also it's what you enjoy doing. I enjoy doing what I do.
Yeah.
I wait for them for so long, and
There's no need to
it's
change
just
it.
14 years there, you think, oh, you know, stuck in a rut, but the rut's good. You know,
If you like the rut,
why change?
if it suits your lifestyle, it's not wrong.
No.
Yeah.
You know, I just do things a little different and build up my own customer base and
Different
contacts
strokes.
and
Different strokes, different blokes, isn't it? You know?
and that's it.
There's
And
more than one way to skin a cat.
that's it. That's exactly the best way to describe it. And again, it doesn't mean you're right, doesn't mean I'm wrong, or vice versa. We just are happy to do what we do. Do you know what I mean? And I like the control of knowing exactly what's happening. I like that. I like the banter between the customers. And not only that, whenever I'm out, I'm not... What actually happened to me when I actually physically bought my first truck and started out, I was on traction only. And
What's that? Sorry for people like me that have no idea what that means.
traction only is just a tractor unit. And
Like what I do. I haul for DSV
Right,
their
okay,
trailers.
so, you just
So I
pick
just
up-
traction only.
So they own the trailers and you just supply
pull
the
their
tractor
trailers.
unit.
All right, yeah.
So I done that from my first customer and it was fine. Done exactly like Phil did. Slowly built it up. 1, 2, 3 lorries. Kept going and going. And then the customer, they lost a big contract. And it basically almost put my light out to the point of I had nowhere else to go because I had my blinkers on and I was tied to them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
You had
And
all your
then-
eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then I was like, I'm never going to let this happen again where somebody else is controlling my livelihood. That's not, to me, that wasn't why I wanted to be on my own or self-employed. So then when that company went sort of tits up, they had a lot of trailers. And I says, like, what do you want for the trailers? And he says, well, you've sort of been a good subby and stuff like that and blah, blah, blah. And I bought all their plant, really. So I bought it all, kept what I needed, sold off the rest, sold off the bits that I sold off for double what I paid for them. So I had all my plant for nothing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm with you.
So I kept what I needed, sold off what I didn't. That covered what I kept. So then that's how I ended up with all my own trailers and stuff like that. And I just kept going and going. And I have never once advertised. It built from word of mouth.
Yeah.
And the way I ended up with one of my major farm machinery suppliers was a friend of mine recommended me. And because he knew I wasn't going to stand on his toes, I'd be very like that. If I do a job for somebody, I'll continue to do it for you. I'll never go and poach your work. Same as if anybody come to poach my work, I just fucking burn you out. And that's it. I'll just burn you.
Allegedly.
There's
I
no
know where you
allegedly
live.
about it. I'll just fucking
I know
burn
where
you
you
out.
live, and I'm going to come fucking burn you down.
Yeah, that's it. That's just being honest. But fella come to me and I went and had a bit of a chat with him, and he sat down and he says, look, I can get big companies to do it for this, that and the other. I says, that's not what I provide. He says, that's not me. And he said, I tell you what, he says, give you 1 month with us. And he says, for the first month, would you work at the other company's rate? And I says, that's kind of against my principles, but I'll do it to get my foot in the door. And he says, if you do a good job, we'll pay you what you want. And I done the first month, went into the end of them, bit of a negotiation with them, and I've been there 17 years later. And I get what I want. So
It speaks volumes, really, doesn't it?
yeah, and then again, when you're out, that's why I like to be behind the wheel and run it from behind the wheel. Because when you're in that yard, the man will say, oh, here, could you move such and such for us? Yep, no problem. Stick it on, give me your card. And you sort of, then you get a recommendation and a word of mouth. And that's how I basically built my business from just,
It's worth its weight in gold.
it's a service industry.
Yeah.
That's all it is, really.
You're
And
bang on with that. Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
that's all it is. Somebody wants something moved from A to B, you move it.
Where I started, started with Ice Tank, and I was like traction only with them. But then the recession hit in 2009. Yeah, first person to go was me.
Yeah,
The first one to go was me. 2009, no more work for you. So like 9 months, I'm like, what am I going to do now? And I just bit and bobbing around until DSV took me on. And yeah, I've been there 14 years, whatever it's 13, 14 years, and quite happy now.
So they organise your day completely.
Completely, yeah. I talked to a planner like called Stuart, who I get on well with. They get loads of jobs put into the what they call the system, and they pick the jobs out. So there's like 4 or 5 planners around the table, and they all take it in turns, take a job out of the system, and then they shuffle it around. And you can do this tomorrow, you can do that tomorrow, and stuff like that. But generally, yeah. So the ones I'm tipped, I ring them up. Right, you go there to reload. Blah blah blah. So I've got no stress like Chris. I just ring up my planner.
What's
Tips
next?
when what's next? Yeah, you're doing that. You're doing that. No invoicing as well, so self-bill. So I'd have to invoice them.
Nice.
Every month they just self-bill. Self-bill.
Yeah.
So there's no invoicing compared, it's just so easy. Easy.
I'm spent, yeah.
But you can
that's-
spend days,
literally, I've been
doing invoicing.
three days there at the end of the month, then you have your VAT returns, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And that's where, like you say, the behind the scenes stuff that people don't see.
Yeah.
That you're sitting at that
Oh,
computer,
yeah.
you're sitting at that invoicing.
With
Me
Louis.
and Chief have just spent probably 9 days now and then sorting our books out effectively.
Yeah.
Well, I've just gone on a system called Zero.
Yeah, we were just on
That's
about
what
this
we're
with,
on.
with
Fucking
Kieran.
hell, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to, back in the day, used to write it down.
Yeah,
Do you ever do it all handwritten?
Oh, yeah.
And then used to calculate it all up. Fucking hell, murder. Now Zero, you just take a photograph, it goes put into Dex, it marries everything up.
Yeah, no need.
I do mine at
Only got
night
to
time
scan
now.
the fucking
No.
invoice in now. Just take a
No,
fucking
just take a
picture of it.
photograph. I do now at night time. We're packed up.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang. Gun me out. Zero. Reconcile everything. Fucking hell. VAT done.
That's it. Like
Done.
the issue is we've got to catch
Brilliant.
up. We've got over 600 orders to catch up on. And Chief's put them all into Zero.
Brilliant. Brilliant system.
Yeah.
Brilliant system.
I use
Works
a
well.
slightly different one, maybe.
QuickBooks.
Yeah.
I couldn't get on with it.
See, to be honest, I find it
can't
real
get with it.
simple.
I
And
found
then
Zero simple.
whenever I'm out in the road, I can work it all through the iPad, and I do it that way. And
Fucking
then,
Apple shit though.
No, are you
well, it's worked. Yeah. It works for me. So
It works for me.
Yeah, and that's all that matters, really.
Yeah. And that's what we use. And then, but again, that's all takes time to. Although a lot of it now is just emailed, and it's just click and save, add attachment.
That's it.
We have to invoice Ian Wilmot, who Louise works for, but that's her domain. She does that.
Yeah.
She invoices that. She does that. Crack on.
But that's the thing. I have nothing. I start literally with nothing. I have to basically get your loads out and then figure out off your loads out where you're chasing the backload from to cut down dead miles, booking your boats, doing your customs, organizing
done
with
that.
customers.
I've done that.
Mate,
Mine's
it's
so laid
fucking-
back, yeah.
No, it's not as hard as they make it out to be, but in some jobs it can be. But again, I'm constantly
On the ball.
chasing.
Yeah.
I have to be, and I have to be planning. Like I'm next week all sorted now to Thursday. So then I'll start Monday chasing up for Friday, booking boats, blah, blah, blah. And the way things are now with the amount of traffic, especially going into North and Southern Ireland, you nearly need to be booking your boats a week in advance because they're that clogged up. So you're, as the man says, I'll just hold my hands up. It's fucking professional guesswork. And you're just, it's hard to be that organized, but at the same time, as much as the stress sometimes is bad for you and sometimes you thrive off it. And when things are easy, it's like,
You're buzzing.
what the fuck's wrong?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
but what the fuck? What have I done? What have I forgot? It's
The
that's
system
it.
I use, where I work for, it's just so simple.
It's two separate
two-
ways to
yeah.
do the same job.
Yeah, yeah.
While we're on
Yeah.
the subject of it, what would you like? Obviously, there's going to be quite a lot of people listening, a lot of young listeners. We know our demographic. What would you say is the like main pitfalls you want to avoid when sort of setting yourself up to go out on your own?
okay. So the first mistake I made was I bought the truck outright.
God, fucking hell, did you be fucked?
I bought it outright, and I'll hold my hands up and say, if anybody asks me what did I do wrong, that was it. I tied too much money up in the asset, and then when it come to the stage of your running money, your diesel, your stuff like that, and I was getting it really, really tight, and it was like, if I had just paid half, financed half, then I'd have had more cash in the bank, more
Yeah,
cash flow.
yeah.
Cash flow.
So if that's, and don't
Can I ask why you did it?
why I did it,
Was it bragging rights?
No.
No?
nobody knew.
No, it was
It
just
was-
probably your mentality.
Yeah, that's where
Same
I
as-
yeah,
Same as
because
me.
I wanted to have a
That's
bot.
why I asked.
Yeah, so then that's where I started, and then same old thing as what we're talking about. You get to a certain point, we have no credit rating, so I wanted to go and buy my first trailer, and I hadn't got to the stage where I had all the money saved up to buy it outright. So it was like I had to take finance, and then it was like, hold on a minute, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
And I had no history. So then I used personal money to buy it and then pay myself back.
Yeah.
So that's the way I done it and built it up that
You
way.
learn the business money. Like
Yeah. Pay yourself back.
I know the score.
So I done that for the first one or two. But then when it come to buy all that equipment, I had to go to the bank for a loan, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So again, I would be, and if I'm being really, really honest, don't get caught up in the cock measuring contest.
No,
Buy something that is mechanically sound.
Sound.
That's it.
Not a Land Rover.
No, this is what I'm saying. Like with
Back
Chris,
off.
like I did exactly the same. Like not in a business sense, but I did the cock measuring thing back in the day. I bought a Range Rover Holland and Holland when I was like, I don't know. My first Range Rover was at 18. I couldn't afford that, barely. And then I bought a Holland and Holland after that because I had to have the one better one. I wanted to be the big swinging dick with all the fucking TVs and the picnic tables and the headrests and fucking living it up. Could I afford it? Could I? Fuck. I was
How many
scratched.
head gaskets?
My wife used to buy my she was when we were first going out. She's buying me shopping every week. So couldn't afford it because I was running around this big fucking car like a fucking moron.
I bet half these V8 drivers are the same. They are out there. Yeah.
No.
Hey, whoa. That's a V8 shit, right?
Well, they do, don't they? You know,
No, it's not even that. People get caught up in that, like you say, when you go to truck shows, you do get caught up in that. Everybody wants all the flashing lights, all the
Yeah, of
nodding
course,
dolls.
because they're
But
like,
there's nothing wrong with wanting that. Like, but
build
as
up
long
for
as-
it. Build up for it. Build up to
Build yourself up to it. To buy reliability first, if you know what I mean. Like, so my first truck was a version 1 FH 380
7V.
8-speed.
Yep.
And it was bulletproof and no hassle at all. And it built a reputation off the back of reliability, if that makes sense. So, because if everybody gives you a load and you're like, oh, he's broke down today again, or oh, fuck, he's broke down again. He's broke down. And they get sick of the stuff not
It's
turning
kind of
up.
like our suppliers to a certain extent. Like, I know who I can
fucking-
rely on for a quick turnaround. And then I know who I can rely on for a shit turnaround, but incredible quality.
So what other What other issues can you fall into? Start going out on your own, striking out, starting a business.
Pay your bills on time.
Yeah.
Don't get a bad credit rating.
And don't get a bad name. For
Don't
not
get a bad
paying your
name.
fucking
Yeah.
bills.
Yeah.
A lot of people speak to a lot of other people.
Oh
don't
yeah,
they?
where it gets round. You get a bad name.
Yeah.
Where it gets round. Don't deal with him. Don't deal with him. Don't deal with him.
People can look at a fucking credit rating on a computer all they want, but if you know somebody down the pub who works in an industry that's similar to yours, or like somebody works in, sake of argument, like you said, what was the company you say you work for? DSV. Say you got somebody that works for DSV and somebody that works for an AdBlue company, be like, oh, well, don't give that cunt credit because you don't pay.
He's a shit payer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You don't pay bills on time.
There's so much of that in every industry.
That's true too. But in all fairness and honesty, everybody will run into a tight patch sometimes.
Oh, of course.
So if you do have some, just be straight with your suppliers and say, here, look, I'm
This
a
is
wee
what's
bit,
going on.
I'm running a bit behind. I can pay you whatever, or and I'll get you the rest sorted out or whatever. It
And
does happen.
as long
but
as you do,
if you strike first, it's never as bad. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
so,
like Volvo dealer who I deal with, I years ago I had a big massive bill for $3,000. Can I split it over 2 months? You know what I mean? Because it's going to affect the bank balance. You know what I mean? Like $3,000.
Of course it is, yeah.
So can I split it over? No problem. No problem. Yeah, split it
As long as you're straight and up front with them.
I've done it. Yeah. You like, oh, it's a bit tight this month. They get you, send you a payment schedule, whatever, and you're like, oh, bit tight. I'm going to be a bit tight on that
But
one.
always pay the VAT man on time.
Oh, fucking
me. Hell, because he will fucking
He's an
sting you.
asshole.
If there's one person that
He
you
will sting you.
yeah, the VAT man's worse.
Yeah.
I swear the VAT man is worse than the tax man.
I think I pay mine late once, and he fucking put like X amount of percentage on it.
Oh, they do not
Like
fuck around.
that's
Always remember being
fuck
down at the
yeah.
old garage, and the boss was away, and it must have been VAT or something, but there was a bailiff coming to the office.
Oh my god,
That's extreme.
I fucking can't pay, take it away. The
Yeah,
fucking
those cunts.
the golden-haired red faced champion.
Tiny little like Chinese GoPros on, and they were like, right, where's so and so?
We're gonna start seizing
like-
goods.
Well, he's not here today. Right, well, he's got this bill to pay. Where can we find him? I was like, Shag, he's at a racetrack up north somewhere. Can you get him
Spending
on
your
the
money.
phone? I was like, yeah, I can get him on the phone. My phone's in the workshop. So I wandered into the workshop because everything in the workshop, bar the ramps, is like mine and somebody else's. So I wandered out into the workshop. I was like, drop the fucking doors down.
And you know what they're like, though, aren't they? They'll seize it unless you can prove it, show invoices
Yeah.
for everything.
So we dropped the doors down and got him on the phone, and they left very, very quickly when he said they were going to burn everyone's house out.
What?
Yeah. He went fucking wild, and they were like, that bloke's a fucking ass. I was like, no, I work for him.
What a fucking dickhead. I think the VAT man's slogan should be fuck around and find out. The VAT
like
man,
that.
fuck around and find out. The more you fuck around, the more you will find out. If
Yeah.
you don't fuck around, you won't find out.
No, the only other thing I would say too is make sure you're properly insured. Because the amount of clowns that I see, oh mate, I've got RHA legend cover of £1,300 a ton and blah blah blah. Mate, £1,300 a ton wouldn't cover my fucking lunchbox. Do you know? And people,
It's nothing, is it?
especially nowadays, with the cost of things, you can very quickly be underinsured.
Yeah.
And not realise it.
Yeah. And you know what? 90% of us go out there and like, yeah, nothing's going to happen to me today. And
It's the day it does, is the day you're fucked.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's the most expensive piece of A4 paper you will ever buy that you never want to fucking use.
Well,
Yeah.
they vet us actually. DSV actually vet us when our insurance is due. We've got to send our insurance details through to them to make sure you are fully covered.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Even,
And everything's all CMR covered. Everything's all RHA to a certain degree. And
I think I'm like £250,000 CMR and of like 10 million fucking public liability. And even liability on the yard if somebody comes into my yard, the
trips
tip and
over it,
trips.
yeah.
Yeah.
it's like Ian, the people on the bulkers who Lou works for. He wanted to see our insurance recently because oilseed rape had gone up.
Yeah.
The price of oilseed rape had gone up, and you want to make sure that my insurance covered
Sure.
The cargo
the cargo that was like running.
Even there too, for for us, like I had quite a few trailers up to get tested and the truck up to get tested. So just to keep the whole thing going, I nipped down to the hire company. Shout out to Darn Getty, 24/7. And I said, Darn, give me a couple of curtain siders off you, keep the whole thing rolling here while I'm getting mine tested. And it's like, no bother. And he was like, I need an up-to-date on your insurance. And fair enough. I think I have trailer cover there for pulling, subcontracting for pulling anyone else's trailer up to about 70,000. Because if I was to hook into a loader to pull it for someone, some of them nuke booms and things could be like a clamp trailer for a wind farm. It'd be like 250, 300,000 for the trailer. But even a curtain sider, you need to be covered for about 30 grand for a curtain sider. You know what I mean? A curtain sider used to get for like 17, 18, 20,000. They're 27, 30,000 now. So they want to make sure you're covered even to hire one.
Yeah.
Brand new bulker, 60 grand nearly now. 50, 60 grand.
No, it's crazy. It's mental. The cost of things going up. And even like you put on 3 tractors, you put on 3 fence. What are you talking 300, 350,000? For 3 tractors on the back of it, and lads pulling them up the road looking 350 or 400 quid. Get the fuck. I want 700 to grand a piece. It's fucking crazy.
It's a different world from where it used to be. Definitely.
Oh yeah, big time. And the amount of people that would have just been, just buy a lorry, put my name on the door and
crack on.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not that simple, and people don't want to, that's what I say, don't get caught up all up in the flashing lights and nodding dolls and truck shows, because it really is pound, shilling and pence. And like you have, even the sponsor of this podcast, Orly Fox, when you sit down and it is all about pound, shilling and pence.
It's about your fucking bottom line at the end of the fucking year.
We love the industry. It's like you said, Phil, we don't feel like we work a day in our life, but it's not a fucking charity. And you come to the end of the month, if it doesn't add up,
there's
it
no
doesn't.
point
Yeah. But again, the likes of, with a sponsor, the best thing, a fucking good accountant. Like my first accountant, I was with him for a long time. And to me, it's something you never think of because you're caught up in the day-to-day running of everything. And you think,
I'll see him at the end of the fucking quarter.
But it's not even that. It's just, he'll do. Here, go ahead. And it wasn't until I changed my accountant I realised the importance of one. Because my first accountant, I was sending me a tax bill for like, I think it was like 28,000, and I'm like, hold on a minute, Shag.
I spent a fucking fortune this year.
Baby,
Yeah,
take me out to dinner.
Take me out. Needed Vaseline. Never mind, take me out to dinner. But I says, I'm no fucking genius here, but there's no way I could owe that. So I went to our accountant and I says, look, whatever you need, look through this book and stuff and help me out. And he looked through it and he got it wrote off. And he says, there's no way you should have been paying that. Yeah.
What, the whole lot?
The whole fucking heap.
Because he was like, well, that's set against that and that's set against
tables,
that.
That offsets it. And I was telling you about that earlier. Talk about the VAT come to my house and give me a full run through like a fucking pipe cleaner, boy.
Oh, what you had the full?
Oh, the full work. Just like he was saying. Yeah. Because my first big purchase, I had always been paying VAT, and then the next thing, bought the new lorry, so I was claiming a heap of VAT back.
They don't like that, do they? No.
And fuck me, they come by and they went through me for a dose of salts, boy. They really did. And everything was sitting on the kitchen table. And because I'm just a small firm, family firm, and that's it. All business done over the kitchen
table job, yeah.
Cup of tea. Yeah,
cool.
and that's it.
All the car bombs.
Shh, they're built in the garage. Allegedly.
They're built in the
garage. So set everything out on the kitchen table, and they went through me. I'd built a new house, but you get your VAT back on that separate. I'll put the table through the business, blah, 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 because...
Well, it's your office.
Yeah.
And
she came out and she said, do you want to set all the books out, set everything out on the kitchen table, blah, blah, blah. And that's how in depth they went into me. They says, oh, you've claimed the VAT back on this kitchen table and that's personal. And I says, but
What we
I
doing
do
now?
use
You're
it. Yeah,
using
yeah.
it at this
And-
minute in time
Yeah.
for business.
Yeah. So I says, right,
You should say, I eat me fucking dinner on me lap, you cunt.
no, just the books just got wiped clean off the table and onto the floor. And says, well, if it's for personal, you can just fucking look at them books on the floor.
Yes!
Where's my
Word
Knocking him a sandwich.
There's no bing bong there anymore. Right.
Bing
Put
bong.
that back on.
But
Fuck your life.
yeah, and that's straight up. But the best thing you can have too is a proper good fucking accountant. And there is a difference between just somebody who
Looks them.
and somebody who
somebody
knows
who-
what they're looking
yeah,
at.
that's
Well,
it,
like
mate.
Kieran was saying when he was on, there's a lot of these larger firms, and like being horrible, Chris, you're a smaller firm
Absolutely.
in comparison to some of
Yeah.
these, like Kieran was saying, these sort of 10, 20 million pound
In-house
turnover
accountants,
firms.
yeah.
Fucking, they've got these are the people that these larger firms focus on, and then they're not fucking
This is
whatever.
what just happened to us.
Yeah.
My accountant just sold out. We had a
Oh, so
nice
they've been taken over by a
we had
larger job.
we had a nice little family accountant, Blow Abbott in
It's a
Cleethorpes.
tale as old as time.
And that was great. They knew exactly what haulage was about.
Yeah, they knew the industry.
Yeah.
They knew you
He's
personally.
got one of the partners wanted to get out of it, blah, blah, blah. So they ended up splitting up. And we've gone to another big, large accountant firm in Grimsby.
You are just a fucking name.
I'm just a number
on
now.
sheet.
And they never ring me no more. They're just like, here's your tax bill. Bang, 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 bang. Now, the ex-accountant now runs a business doing pensions. And I've been to see him today. He's my pension advisor. He got out and doing pensions. And he said to me, how are you getting on with the new company? I'm like, not very good. I said, I just feel like I'm a number. But I said, the trouble is, they do everything for me. They do all me PAYE for, bits and bobs like that. Not the VAT, because I do VAT myself, but they do the PAYE, my NDA tax, and I just feel like I want to move.
But they've made life too easy for you.
It's too easy for me, yeah.
That's the
See,
problem.
we try to do as much of that in-house as we can.
Yeah.
Well, I do my VAT myself, but I
Yeah.
don't do my PAYE.
Well, we
They
do our
all-
own payroll.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Well, as best we can, and he obviously looks at it. But somebody actually put a thing on Facebook, who's the first person you ring when you're in trouble, and mine is the accountant. He's on fucking speed dial. That's the truth. That's honest. The accountant and solicitor. But they both work hand in hand. I'm in first name terms. Oh, how you doing, Neil and John? You all right? And Raymond?
Well, we had that before with Blow Abbott. We had that. I could ring Graham up and Graham would say, blah, 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 yeah, do this, do that. But now I feel like there's nobody there to talk to. You're just a number.
I hate big companies.
Yeah.
I really hate big
Yeah.
companies because you, as you said, you are just a number.
But now Graham's
Yeah.
gone on his own and done this. And it's great. I've been up there today and sorted out, my pension with him. And it's like a one-to-one. And it's just, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
No, it's the same with mine. Raymond there, you speak to him, and it's like Kieran said, and he is right. Before you make any major decisions, seek the advice of somebody who knows what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
And see, before I done anything and the lorries and the new purchase and all like that, the first person I rung was Raymond. And I says, how do I do this to best benefit me?
Yeah.
And he says, do this way, ask for this invoice to be worded that way, date it that month, blah, 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 blah. And it come back and it, boom.
Bada
And-
bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it. And it's not anything out of our thought.
He came across really good last week. And I was tempted to think, is he as good as he says? And I was tempted to go contact him. But the thing puts me off is he's down there, I'm up there. And
Yeah, but a lot of this can be
but
all
everything.
done.
We see
yeah.
that's people use Sage. I use QuickBooks, and that's probably because that most of Raymond's customers are on that.
Mm.
And then I can do everything over the phone, and then the way it's all digital, as much as you can't hide as much.
Anymore.
Well, sort of. But
Unfortunately, you can't hide shit anymore.
yeah,
No.
but the you can grant him access or invite him on as
Yeah.
a user, so he doesn't have to come to me anymore. I
No,
don't have
that's
to
it.
waste time coming to
what
him.
My
Yeah.
accounts do.
Yeah.
And it's
They
just
just literally
blah,
just
blah,
log
blah,
in,
blah, blah.
look
Yeah.
at it.
Look at it.
So
Yeah,
when I'm
and-
in the living room and I've uploaded something, Chief doesn't have to come into the living room. She can do it from the dining room.
You get it too handy.
Right. Right. Best shows you've ever... Well done, Rich.
Sorry.
Best shows. Best truck shows. I want to get back on the lorries again. Where are we going?
Sweden. Nordic Trophy. Went
Oh,
up to
there's some
Nordic
amazing
Trophy.
stuff
That
up
was
there.
fucking unbelievable. So I mentioned back there about my friend in Belgium, Fizo.
Yep.
He got invited up to Sweden, up to the big Nordic Trophy up in Sweden at Malmö Park. Is it Malmö Park or somewhere?
I don't remember.
He got him because he bought a brand new Ecri trailer. They invited up there, so I was like,
So it's lorries are invite only.
"No, I don't really know."
Some shows out there are.
Some
you'd
shows
have to
are, yeah.
send
Assen
pictures.
is.
Assen is, yeah. But this one up there, because he bought this new Ecri trailer, Ecri had a big stand there and like
Come on.
bring your truck. So
Yeah.
like Philip said to me, "Why don't you come with me?" I'm like, "Yeah, fuck it. I'll take a week off on holiday." So shot out to Belgium, dual manned it with him. Oh, that's a fucking crazy week. That was a crazy week.
In your Volvo.
No, in his Scania. He's got a Scania. So I went to his house. We loaded up, went up to Sweden. We stopped at a friend's house halfway up in Sweden. We stopped in Denmark on the way through to Denmark. Then we stopped in Sweden to, I can't the guy's name now, Midwinter. I like to call him Midwinter. Next day, we got absolutely fucking blotto that night drinking. So, Philip, we've been sharing the driving, and he's got left-hand drive truck. And obviously, it's a bit hard with us being right-hand drive. It's a bit.
Oh, fuck that shit. The handlebars are completely on the wrong
Fucking
side for
hell,
me.
yeah.
No.
So Philip said to me, "I'll do this bit. It's a bit dodgy, it's a bit fucking narrow, and we want to be on." So we're going around these like country roads out in Sweden, and come to T junction. He turns right, and I'm thinking, we're on the wrong fucking side of the road here. And I'm getting my head around it, thinking left and right, left and right. Hey, Philip, we're on the wrong side of the fucking road. He went, "Oh shit! I've been talking to you all day in English. I'm thinking I'm back in England." Fuck's sake, Philip! Fucking hell, fire. Anyway, yeah, brilliant show up there up in that Nordic Trophy. Unbelievable. Great weekend. Great weekend.
Have you done Assen?
3 times with the truck, and I've been maybe 10 times just looking around the place.
Is that worth going to?
100%.
yeah.
I was gutted this year that I didn't get invited because you have to like send
That's it,
your
you have
truck.
to be invited.
Yeah. So my last truck, I got there 3 times. I think you saw me there one year with it. Didn't you?
Yeah, did I? You and Louise was there. I only ever went as like Joe Public to that one. I never got a truck accepted into it. But it's just an amazing
Experience.
show. Yeah, it's an experience. And even the pit area where a lot of the
Show trucks are.
Yeah.
Nice
But
trucks
take the time
to
go
walk around the track,
walk around the track.
and see the crazy thing that goes on.
Yeah, and the people
Fucking
you meet,
mad.
it's fantastic. It's just
If it's
fantastic.
the
Yeah.
baking hot, we've been there when it's baking hot weather, and you walk around, they've got water pistols, soaking your water pistols, and
the track's all covered in sand.
sand.
Is
Yeah.
they're trying to look after you?
Yeah.
Oh,
but-
they do make you feel welcome, you know what I mean? And I was really gutted I didn't get to go this year. Really gutted I didn't get to go. That's why I went to Super Brute instead. That was a good show, nice little show, 200 or 300 trucks.
Where do we find the strippers?
Super Brute. Why are you coming?
Well,
Why are you fucking paying for it?
Patreon.
Patreon? Yeah.
I'll wait for an invite, Shag.
The
Big time now, aren't we?
yeah, no, I don't think podcasts get invited, mate.
no, I like a lot of the ones around home too.
Yeah,
I like
Waterford
yeah.
and Douala's good.
Yeah.
Two good shows.
I like the homely feel too, and I do enjoy out here. I like to support the people that, not so much the big shows that are basically run for
Money.
yeah. So the likes of Whitchurch Show Motions and Stuart and the whole team, and they do a fantastic job. And I like to go and support them as best I can. But not only for that, it's nice to get the truck to the show and, like I say, catch up with everyone.
Yeah.
And meet people and have a chat. Like you say,
Like DTS, Devon Truck Show.
yeah.
Fantastic show.
So-
It's done for everyone.
Last year I went, and I just went as basically a spectator, and we enjoyed it. We had a great time.
That was the first time we bumped into you.
Yeah, that was it. So, and enjoyed that too. But there's also people do run shows that I like to support for different reasons. So it was alright to give them a shout out. At home, there's a show called Breaker, and that's run by Leanne, that's her cousin Louise, and that all come about because Leanne's husband David, who's someone I knew and worked at different companies with, and actually hung himself through mental health. and they actually, you can take something like that and maybe it can bring you down, or you can do something with the pain.
You can turn it into a positive
Yeah, so
of some description, yeah.
Leanne now, they have built that up and up and up. It's really only a 1-day show, but they've done a bit of a truck run and things, but they built that up into a whole, they bought a trailer. It's like a mental health thing where you can go, I think they're going to try and take it to shows. You can go and talk to it. They've set up like an advice line, a helpline if you want to phone and speak. So there's different shows out there. I also I was chatting to Phil there a couple of weeks ago. We were at Swedefest, and it's a very different show. It's just Volvos or Scanias, really. But you can, it's a different layout where you're parked in age category. So all your Volvos, 14, 15 plate.
I say what we said about earlier, like you're split up from your normal group.
You're just your wee clique, and then you're sort of, it kind of forces you in a way to make new friends.
Yeah. And
it does lead to talking to different people and just meeting other like-minded people within the industry. And that's what I do. As much as everybody wants to have the best, and there's nothing wrong with the desire to have the best. But
that's it, you do you, boo.
Exactly that. And that's all I ever do. But you see, when you go to some of the things that actually put me off about shows is when it turns into a fucking cock measuring contest. I am sick of that bollocks.
Look at this year. I judged Best Next Gen, didn't I?
Yeah.
So, you did, what did you do this year?
I done version 1 Volvos.
I did Best Next Gen, and I looked, there's plenty of nice trucks out there. And there's certain guys there that win trophies every fucking show, all the time. The trucks are stunning. Can't take away from them. They are stunning, and you can't take that away from them. But they are going to win at every show they're going to go to. So I thought, I'm going to look around for something different here. I want to give it to some guy who's not going to expect it, whose truck's tidy, and
putting the effort in too.
I chose this guy. He was like a 60-year-old bloke with a eight-wheeler Scania.
Yeah, with a
crane on it.
Yeah.
I got talking to him because I was walking around and I spotted it and I thought,
I like that.
I like that. It was just different. It was tidy. It was different. And he never stopped all weekend. And I went talking to him and tidy truck, and he was telling me he struggles a bit because he has arthritis in his hand. I thought
that yoke was meant.
He deserves that.
He's not going to expect that. He's not going to expect that trophy off a show. And when his name was, he was over the moon, wasn't he?
Yeah,
you could tell he was over the moon, and he deserved it. He deserved it.
That's how I met Jasper. Because I ended up, I didn't want to judge Volvo because I know so many people with them. So last year I judged 3 Series Scania. And the thing about it for me is I still like the idea of the camaraderie and so me and my young lad was walking about, but I didn't make anyone aware that I was judging any class. And there's
a bit like you, Reg, like a secret sniper.
Yeah. That's it.
Just wandering around all conspicuous like.
Yeah. So we were walking around, and you go to shows, and as much as that's what I love about Swedefest, it's different. It's one of those shows where people do talk to you and you do get that family feeling.
I think one of the best shows this year I've done is Swedefest.
Yeah.
And Grampy. And Grampy was good as well, up in Aberdeen. That was a nice little show.
I never got up.
That was a nice little show.
I'm going to build that fucking wall.
But, no, so...
Why do you hate the Scottish so much?
They want to leave us.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but she's a twat though, isn't she?
Jimmy Cranky?
She does my fucking tits in.
Carp, whatever her name is. Carp, sturgeon.
She wants to go kick in the cunt.
Definition.
She wants to fuck him in the holly bush.
If you said black, she'd say white. That's all she's fucking good for.
Yeah.
We need a referendum.
You fuck off. I'll build the wall myself, all right?
It's only what she wants. It's only what she wants. And anyway, politics.
No politics.
No politics. Back to trucks.
What she needs is a big dick.
What? I thought, wow.
Kenneth, are you up for the job?
Stick a stamp on him there and send him up the road.
He just shriveled.
No, so that's how I met Jasper at Swedefest, because me and my young lad went out round, and I love maintenance and I love to see trucks working. I love to see the old stuff still on the road because let's be honest, right? This is the way I look at it. any arsehole can take a yoke out the gate on a Sunday night to head for the boat, but it takes a bit of skill to work an old truck and get her to make it back home. And Jasper still works that thing.
He took it down to Spain, didn't he?
Oh, aye, yeah. That's been Spain and everywhere.
I think that's where he was heading for that day when we met up in Glasgow. He was heading out to Spain with a truck like 22-year-old, 23-year-old, whatever it is.
Well, you know, I know a lot about this. What with the P38 on the road, you know, it's 20 fucking, like you say, 23 years old. It takes a lot of fucking doing, but you know, someone's got to fucking do it. You know,
The thing was still immaculate.
Not being funny, the Escort's 30,
yeah. And
30-year-old.
How many fucking miles that done this year, Marlon? 3. Fuck off. Right,
500.
Anyway. Oh, steady.
Oh, here, it got us the whole way to the booze that day and back.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't even
It's
break
been out
down.
numerous times. The roof is absolutely wanked now from putting it up and down.
Yeah. We were Miami Vicing it the whole way there and back.
Oh, yeah.
Dom Johnson.
What's that song?
Crockett and Tubbs.
Quarterline.
Hold the line. Love isn't always on time.
That's Toto.
Toto.
Yeah, that was fucking banging.
But yeah, I like to see it working. And he took the time to talk to us. And as much as all the other 3 series were fantastic in their own right, that's the sort of thing that I like to see.
You want a nice person with a nice truck.
Jasper is a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a proper gentleman.
Salt of the earth,
Yeah.
like 1,000,000%.
He's massive.
But I didn't
Fuck
know
me,
him.
he's a big guy.
He fucking wouldn't fit in here. And honestly,
Yeah,
he's
honest.
fucking...
It's right. We got a loft hatch. We can-
he
Bump
again, we just went over to him and he like there was grease up the back of the cab off the drive shaft, you know, the universal joints and stuff like that. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just arrived." And I said, "So tell me about your truck," you know. And it was he didn't know I was just Joe Public to him.
yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I've done this in honor of my father, and this was kind of things, and trying to keep it period correct." And he says, "Oh, the grease, I'll get it cleaned off." And I'm like, "No, I can actually appreciate the maintenance."
Because it fucking works.
Yeah, and I crawled in under every single one of them 3 series. And apart from his and Henry's, the 2 Dutchmen,
yeah.
there wasn't fucking grease near one of them universal joints.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's the bit that annoyed me. And them boys maintain them trucks and drive them trucks and work them trucks. And a lot of stuff was just coming out of sheds. And I was like, don't get me wrong. Look,
Diff sniffers, I call them.
yeah.
Diff sniffers.
If
Shout out to Mr. Bill there.
you know, that's the sort of thing I like to
Love
see.
you.
But, and again, that's what his truck was fantastic. And you know, my hatred for Scania, that's the only one I have a picture of in my office is his truck. It's a fantastic piece of kit.
Right, Phil.
Yeah.
Why Volvo? Why?
Why Volvo? Because my first truck I bought was a Volvo and stuck with them. I ran that for 9 months, swapped it in for a version 2 X Innovate. Was it Innovate?
The orange and white ones.
Orange and white ones, yeah.
I had one
yeah,
YN07 BCX.
I had
yeah.
YN04 FZS, I think it was.
Yeah.
But I stick with Volvo because basically the dealership I deal with in Crossroads are just fantastic with me. Like I was telling you before,
Yeah.
I park there, I use the wash,
Insult
get a shower
staff.
there. When I get my lorry serviced, I can be there watching it happen. How many garages let you stand there while your lorry's being serviced? You've seen pictures on my Instagram,
Yeah,
Facebook. You've seen it. Top end setup. I mean, the guy who does it, Miles Barker, is a fantastic guy, fantastic fitter. And he'll take the time to show me how to do it, how he's doing it. Come stand on here and I'll try to do top end setup. Garages nowadays, oh no, driver's waiting room. Driver's waiting room.
Yeah.
Scanias, I'm not anti-Scania one bit. I run a Scania, what Louise drives. But it's just the whole basic thing with Volvo and Crossroads, it just...
They look after you.
Yeah,
There's no need to go anywhere else.
But there again, who Louise takes their truck to, Stu Martin, is another top guy. Really good mechanic, and you know, no qualms with them whatsoever. It's just
it's getting that relationship built with the dealer, and the backup to keep you reliable, to keep your customer happy, and that's the same. That's what I.
And if you have a good rapport with like the Volvo dealership I do have, it goes a long way.
Yeah, put me out.
It goes a long way.
If you ring up and say, "I got this problem," they'll be like, "Oh,
I can ring Miles up, you know, and say, I've got a fault code in here. We have a look. Yeah, no worries. So you'll be all right. Keep running. You'll be all right. Get here. Get it home. We'll get it sorted when you get back here. But that one-to-one relationship you have with them, it's not there. If I went and bought a Scania, I'd have to start that all over again. I'd have to go to Scania and try and start that all over again and be like, the relationship wouldn't be there because you've got to stand in that waiting room. You've got to stop in that waiting room.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate that. I bought a lorry that's like, a lot of money to me.
It's a lot of money.
It's my pride and joy. I want to be there
And
not watching over it's been done properly, but to see what's going on and learning stuff as well.
But
You
it
learn
also,
stuff.
the way I feel about the truck is just exactly like you said. You've invested a lot of time and money in that equipment and, in your business, and you want to know that somebody else is treating with that respect. I worked for a chap at home. He's gone now. God rest him, Will Sloan. And he gave all the young fellas in our local village a chance. And I still work with them today, and they still help me out. And if I'm busy, they still do some of my maintenance because they have their own garage as well.
Yeah.
And Will, I'll never forget it. Will went to lift the Scania, and the guy painted it, and it wasn't the best job. And Will turned around him, and your man goes, "Sure, it's only an old lorry." He says, "I paid as much for that lorry as you would for a Ferrari, and I painted like it's a fucking Ferrari." and he's true in what he said.
Yeah, fuck me, yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. That relationship
It goes a long way.
Yeah.
And the other thing I like to do is treat the lads in the garage.
Yeah.
Buy me breakfast now and again. Buy me a snack bar or
Some donuts or something.
That
shit
goes a long way. It costs you
Yeah.
£20, £30 to buy some fish and chips, whatever. But they think no other people do that. You know what I mean? The odd one or two people do that, but they appreciate stuff like that.
That's it. One of our customers brought in some donuts the other day.
I can tell.
Right, you're cancelled now.
You're an evil cunt.
No, joking about it. Carry on. Sorry.
No, fuck you.
Bollocks.
Yeah. So, he brought his car in. Usually when he comes in, it's like a fucking hideous problem. So he brought some donuts in. He was like, "Marlon, donuts are over there, mate. Can I have it back by 6 o'clock?" And I was like, "Well, I leave at 5:30, so I don't really care. But I'll see what I can do." But just because he brought donuts in,
You felt obliged. Not
I'm
obliged, but felt...
he was more interested in me and getting his car fixed and acknowledged me.
He understood what he was asking and understood that was probably above and beyond. So that being the case, probably deserved a little bit more. Like, I used to bring my car. If ever I brought my car down on a Friday, I'd always bring a case of fucking cider down. Not that you've been there since I've done that, but
Don't bring cider down.
oh no, I know that I'm not fucking daft. But you're in here every fucking Friday drinking piss, you can. Arc at him. Right, I think that's a good time sort of looking to wrap it up then, Marlonis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon we're done.
All right. Any shout-outs to do?
Hold tight.
I've got one to do. Massive shout out to Max Alberti, friend of ours, long-term friend of the podcast, been on many a piss up with us. He went to a Land Rover show the other day. He said, "I'm going to go to Newbury sort out any bits you want drive." I said, "Yeah, I'm on the lookout for these spotlights." Much to the displeasure of Dole, being that I have
like they're proper like
I have-
Safari 500 spotlights. Nonce.
Safari 5000s. They're period
Nonce.
correct for the P38. I
Nonce.
said, "If you see any of these, let me know. If you pick them up, I'll pay you, whatever." He went down there. He said, "Shag, I got two. They're in the bag." I was like, "Fucking get on." He turned up here with a fucking heap load of piss. He's like, "Oh, Shag, I found two in the fucking garage. I had two knocking around. Come here with 4 fucking spotlights for the P38. Absolute fucking champion. Wouldn't take a damn penny." So massive shout out to Max Alberti. I really appreciate that, mate. It's good to see you as well. Yeah, and good luck down under. You
Yeah. Fuck me, that is a brave move. I wish I had the bollocks to go fuck off when I was a bit
just
younger.
literally just a cheerio and gone. So yeah, massive shout out to you, Max. Thank you very much.
So shout out to Stuart Holmes and shout out to Lewis
Stuart
Seabright.
Holmes. Fucking hell.
What?
I know Stuart.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. He knows I'm here tonight. That's why he's... Stuart, you're a cunt.
They're all cunts.
They're all cunts.
All the listeners are cunts.
Fucking hell, Stuart Holmes, eh?
We're all scum, equally as bad as each other.
before we say anything, I just want to say thank you to you two beautiful bastards for coming down.
Yeah, we know it's been a fucking. You've come across an ocean for us.
Fuck, it's
And,
only been a wee flight and a paraffin pigeon. You're all
I've
right.
done fucking 6 hours driving on that fucking M6.
I'll come down from fucking Grimsby. I have. No, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much for coming
No,
on.
thank you.
And like we've been speaking about this evening, like setting up a business and shit, and fucking how difficult it can be, and whatever else. What is the most important part about setting up a fucking business if you're striking out your own?
Fucking accountant, mate.
Literally, it sounds like we've done like a half-hour ad read on this, but we haven't. It was literally just been chatting. Yeah, getting a fucking decent account. If you're looking to strike out on your own and you don't really know what you're doing and don't really know where your money's best placed and how to fucking buy things, but also work it against your VAT and work it against your tax, there's nothing better than a good fucking accountant. So massive shout out to Orly Fox, which is a sponsor of this podcast. You can hit them up on their website, which is www.orlyfox.co.uk, and also on their socials at Orly Fox. So yeah, if you're looking to start yourself up, or if you're just in the fucking market for a new accountant, hit them up. They're doing a fucking incredible deal for the listeners of this podcast.
It's a deal. It's a steal. It's a sale of the fucking century.
15% off your standard, not your standard. 15% off your current accountancy fee. They're the inflation busting deal of the century. Yeah, hit them up. They're in the link in the episode description. They're in the
link in fucking bio.
Link in bio. Massive shout out to them. Thank you, Kieran and the team, for that one. Yeah, I think we are just about on and gone. So yeah, thanks guys for coming on. I've been Reg.
I've been Marlon.
I've been Phil.
I've been your local potato supplier.
I will catch you on the next one. Cheerio.